rhythm and the crew. Move, move. Alright, I make me tell you listen. Move, move. We a dance to the rhythm and the groove. Move, move. Watch them massive and crew, them a move. So we track it, so we do it. This a rhythm that lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. Alright, so we chop it, so we do it. Lock down and we a lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. All I'm full of, we go play back again. And everybody say, yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of, we go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of, we go play back again. And everybody say, yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of, we go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of, we go play back again. And everybody say, yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of, we go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of, we go play back again. And everybody say, yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of, we go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune.
Boeing versus Airbus. That is the question to be asked for the ages. Welcome, folks. Welcome aboard. If you're just joining us, grab your popcorn. Come on in. You're more than welcome to sit here and chill with us and hang out and watch the stream because it's definitely going to be entertaining for you folks. Really quick, before we start, we like to see if the audio's checking out, if you're hearing double noise or anything like that. Welcome everybody aboard here that's checking in the stream right now. Can you hear me? That's number one. So please let me know 5x5. Give me a heads up. Number two, we've got Dewan in the house. He says, ladies and gentlemen, we've waited our whole lives to watch the Class 1 Airbus hater fly one. Will he finally admit that Airbus is better than Boeing? We'll find out, right? Hatchet 182 checking in. Pops, how are you? Hopefully you're well. Israel, he's checking in. How's it going? Costa Rica. Yes, right. He says, please fly to Costa Rica. Guess what? It is on the Coastal Airways map this summer, my friend. We're going to be doing some proven flights this summer once our charter flights are over, pretty much. Sean is in the house. How are you? And Pops, he says 5x5. That's great. So in front of me is the AnyBuilds Airbus A300. Now, here's the deal. Is this technically an Airbus? Yes, this is the first fly-by-wire Airbus that they produced, I believe. And you'll have to fact-check me on that. But let's do a walk-around now. What's so cool about this AnyBuilds one is that they actually simulate wear and tear on the brakes and the tires and stuff like that. And those folks who are watching this at home, guess what? You have to help me along on this bad boy. And the reason why I want your help is because I have no idea really what I'm doing on this airplane. I maybe have 4 hours on it ish, maybe. So we'll kind of check it out. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I've been a Boeing guy for decades, since '98. Okay, so I know Boeing aircraft well. 737 is obviously my airplane of choice for a long time, for decades. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to check the gear, just make sure the tires are in good shape, and they are. As I said, I only flew this airplane a few times, so we're going to JFK. We have cool scenery there. We'll check that out. Static ports. It's pretty loud over here. I don't know why. Oil on the ground. There's nothing there, so we'll check our fan blades. This is a big old jet, folks. This is a wide-body aircraft. Probably be sitting about that high to it. So pretty big jet. This is a wide-body aircraft. This is an A300. I believe the A300 was built in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken. Nothing's on the aircraft. Okay, so just let you know, I've got nothing on this airplane right now. No battery, nothing yet. Just kind of just doing a walk around. Shelton, how are you? Dilly Dewan says, did I hear Coastal is buying an A300 for a cargo run? Let's just compare how much fuel it burns, okay? So let's do a fuel burn comparison today, and we'll find out. Okay, look at this thing. This thing's a flapper-on right there. It's an interesting deal. It's kind of like a flap/aileron at the same time. Tires would probably be about this big. Now this is very interesting. You got to check the tire linkage here. You could see some pins. I can't really see the pins just yet, folks. The hydraulic looks good. I don't see the pins on this aircraft. Let's go over here. The tires look pretty good shape. Means I haven't beat them up too much, so that's good. I think I just saw the pins, yeah. Alright. This is one massive airplane. Sorry if you can't hear me very well. We're going to do a walk around like we would on any jet. Curtis, what's going on? Welcome aboard. Get your popcorn. It's going to be a good one. Alright. Yeah, it's under the nut. You got it. It's kind of hidden somewhere. The edge of the wing looks good. Trailing edge. Let's go and check the tire again. Tire's looking like in good shape here. You should see brake wear. There are the pins right there. I got them. They're looking great. A lot of meat. They're right here. I kind of put my cursor over it. That's your pin area. So that's looking good. Nice meat on those brakes. The tires look good. There's no flat spots. Just got a couple landings in this, so I don't expect... Yeah, brakes are good. I don't expect any issues here. Engine's great. I wish all the developers actually did something just like this. I think any builds is kind of... Well, I think A2A is the first one to actually do something like that with their... I forgot what it's called, but A2A has a name for it. What is it? AccuFeel or something like that, or where they simulate wear and tear on the aircraft, which is a really cool deal. I'm just going to look at the engines. You can see how they're numbered on the fan blades. That's about right. They'll number them like this in the engine shop. Looking good. All right, this is a big bird. They used to be airliners. The A300 was a very popular airliner for a lot of airlines, actually, around the world here. American flew a ton of these. Delta flew a few of them. All right, let's get in the flight deck here. Look at this thing. And I'm in the flight deck. Hang on, I want to, before I go in there, I want to get in the flight deck. I want to show you here. Really quick. I gotta get on my stairs. All right, here we go. Whoop. Let's get on the stairs. Let's walk. Mind your steps, okay? Now you can see here in FedEx, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4. They've locked me out. All right, this is the flight deck in the Airbus. It's very wide. It's very big. You know, right away, this is a big, it's a big flight deck. So it's pretty big. And this is me. You're gonna get a raw, like, not review, but it's gonna be fun. I think you guys are gonna like this because I don't know really anything about this airplane. I mean, I know a little bit, but not much. So you're there to help me do pre-flights and screwing it all up, stuff like that. So if we look at the overhead, first things first. I'm just going to make sure my camera's working, so give me a second. Let me get my head tracker running, and there we go. I had a top secret mission earlier I can't tell anybody about. Okay, you could tell, I mean, this is a big, roomy flight deck. Looks like maybe a 777 size flight deck, something. It's very big. What I like about this so far, it's like you got a yoke. You don't have a side stick. So this is like Airbus's first wide body aircraft. I think that's their first one produced, I believe, was a 300, wasn't it? The 320 was, I think, after they started with a narrow body. I think this is their first wide body aircraft. I could be completely wrong, so Airbus fanboys out there, let me know, because I don't have a clue. All right, you see the circuit breakers go on forever on this aircraft. So you can see this external power. This is avail, which means available. So let's turn on the external power. We'll get the power on the bus. Okay, so we did that, and we got three batteries right here. We're going to turn those on to get them online. Now, don't say you're gonna just slaughter me on the flows. I totally understand that. That's okay if you do, because again, brand new to me. I don't know what's going on. So this got an ICAS, which is telling us right here of what's going on. We got an IRS fault 1, 2, and 3. So to set the IRS, from what I've understood in my reading, we kind of go on the overhead here. You can see we're going to set these 3. We're going to flip it over to nav. It's going to say battery operating, battery operating. There's 3 of them. All right, and then we got align mode. Look for number 2. We'll look for number 3. And now we're going to go down to the MICDO, which is this thingamajig. And we're going to do something odd. Now, this is weird. It's been a long time. So I think I go to Memphis right here. Oops. It says align IRS. I know that. But before we align IRS, we have to do something. It's very different from the Boeing. So we have to go... where is it, folks? We can put it in like a from to thing. So if I go to... Hold on. Mode. No. Flight plan. New. Where is it? What page is it? Menu. Let's try the menu. Let's go FMS. Well, let me pull in the ACARS. I'm going to request a sim brief. It's going to dump it all in there. Sweet. So we've got a co-route in there, Memphis, JFK. That's what we wanted. Initial page. Memphis to JFK. Now, IRS align. So what we're going to do is push this little button here. And that's it. So it's aligning right now, I think. AOC RTE uplink, thank you. We're going to go ahead and clear that message. And I think we're in alignment. And we could find out right now by looking right here. It says IRS in alignment. So it's going to take about 8 minutes to get that thing spooled up. There is a checklist. Oh, this is the first ETOPS certified aircraft. There you go. Cool. I knew there was something interesting about it. Good stuff. Cool. All right, how to get to your comments. Everybody looks good. So on this aircraft, it's just weird. So we're in alignment right now. The route has been entered, which is cool. We got the route in there. I'm going to plug flight ID 26 and cost index. I don't know. I got to look at my SimBrief flight plan and see what we got here. Cost index is 20. Boy, that's pretty low. We're going to go 30. Why not? Let's put 30 on the cost index. It's going to kick us a few a little bit. Data init page. Flight plan, nav, init, B, McDo in order. Wait, what? Data init page. Okay. Got it. So we're going to do data first, which I think we did, didn't we? If I go to mode or menu page, FMS. Okay, well obviously we're going to check this. We have the CFM 80s in there. This is updated. That's good, that's good, that's good. Then what? So we've got all right, what if I go to the menu? Tact mode. I don't even know what that is, man. Direct to and from flight plan there. We'll do all that here in a minute. Reference. Menu. Prog page coming up. Let's go ahead and get this thing. This thing's getting ready. Flight plan. And this is like, this little up key is how you shuttle through the pages. Kind of an odd thing, isn't it? So let's do this here. I'm going to go to from. That's takeoff, sorry. Flight plan. So we go reference in it. I want to make sure that we're getting the to from correct. So I'm going to just next page it over. Nope. Why can't I next page it? Next page. All right. So that's going to give us a few things. I want to make sure that our route of flight matches the departure. Does that make sense? So we do have an alternate in IAD, but I want to make sure that we actually fly a departure out of here. So how do we do that, folks? I would guess it's in flight plan. So if I go SID, we should be flying the Goats 7. So why is that not in here? Does anybody know why it wouldn't be in the SID? It's updated. Because I didn't hit next page like an idiot. Alright, I got it. Maybe. Does anybody see Goats 7 around here? I think it's just the same. Oh, there it is. So let's figure the runway here. Go back one page right there. Let's see what runway we've got. We are reporting weather in Memphis. Well, that ain't right. Let's go to airports. Weather is reporting 2304. They are taking off 18 left and center and right. So let's go back. We're going to put the runway in first. Why can't we get back there? Let's go figure out what runway we want to take. 18 center is pretty good. It's 11,000 feet. So let's take 18 center. 18 right. 18 center. Dump that in there. All right, good. Now we're going to do the Goats 7. Right there. Good. Transition is... I'm looking at my flight plan, by the way. If you're wondering, what the heck's Jason doing? That is the transition. Now, I don't have to select... Yeah, okay, good. I click... I think it's insert? Okay. Okay, we got it. We got it. By the way, if you're just joining in, you're new, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button right now. Hopefully we're going to give you some value here. Or this is just entertainment today for you. Either way, it should be fun. GPS primary, which is letting us know that the alignment has taken effect, maybe, and the GPS is now, it's probably going to say upgraded, nav upgraded, or some crap like that, letting us know it's good to go. All right, Carmen 4 JFK is going to be the airport here. Click that. Yeah, I know, format error, great. Click this. See, nav accuracy upgraded. I'm going to clear that, let us know we're good. Whatever, man. Why is it doing that? Let's try going over. No. How do you get to the SID? I mean, now I want a star, right? So I want to do a star. I can go flight plan. It's not flight plan though, isn't it? You got to do something like. So I can't just click this. It won't do it. Oh, well, maybe it will. Hold on. Star, Carmen 4, with the transition of SIE. There is no transition. Okay, whatever. Click return. Enable on. I ain't doing that. Return. SIE, the JFK. That is not right. So, how do we do it? $1,500 subs, he says. An A320 flight? I don't know, man. We'll see. Why does it got to be an Airbus? Okay, hold on. So how are we doing this? Because it's not this. So if I go to flight plan here. Yeah, see? It's driving me crazy. It's not intuitive at all. So you're going to watch this because this is going to be, we're going to struggle through this. So right here, RAD's SIE to JFK is an issue. FYI. If I click JFK here, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, hold on. JFK, Sean says JFK RW star trans. We like picking on your hatred of the Airbus, so that's all the community seems to ask for. Choose a runway approach first, then sit. All right, let's try that. Let's go, and that's being the flight plan page? What page? Ref page? No. Init page. Maybe. All right, let's try init page. Nope. Nope. Next page. Maybe. Okay. So if I click this, let's just click that. For the, nope, it's formatted. So how do you get the airport? How do I get to that? Is it? It's not takeoff approach, is it? No. Mode. It's in the flight plan page. Select destination and flight plan. Okay. So if we go to flight plan page here, I scroll down or up. Again, I'm just gonna, not intuitive, folks. It's not like an arrow left or right. It's up or down. And you would think you would scroll down on it. But look what happens. Down is up is down. Already I got a problem. Look, I'm pushing up and it's scrolling it down. So, it's whatever. All right, here we go. Now, there's JFK. We with me? I'm going to click this. Is it star? All right, let's pick the runway, which is stupid, and I'll tell you why. Because the runway may change in the air. Well, let's go ahead and check that out. I appreciate that. We're going to go Cameron 4. No transition. Fine. Insert. Correct. Thank you. Now, I am going to read these legs off just to make sure we've got it all. Here we go. Memphis. We've got 1-8 to the first waypoint is, and we're doing the goats, 7. So this first waypoint's going to be ribs right there. Then we got Henner, Wart, Doug, goats. After goats, it's Diab. Good. After that, we've got, where are we? I'm looking at my stuff. Gats, we've got Fountain. Hitman, that's right. Goats, Diab, Hitman, Swap. And then it should be Nats or whatever. Good, then we got Font. Toronto, looks like Tonino. Niels, Sitter. Congo. Yeah, I got it. Niels, Sitter is looking good. Absurd. Denny. Malls. Court. Hertz. Sod. Colada. ZJ. Now we're going to be getting close to the arrival. Delay. Rads. SIE. Inbound. Okay. Botten. Pansy. Cars. Carmen. Botten Hogs, Pansy, it's fine. I'm not going to freak out. Cars, Carmen. Good. I think we've got it. We've got a good flight plan there. That probably looks like we're going to hit JFK 13. Thank you, and I appreciate this, folks. It's moving it up, is it? I don't know. Anyway, all right. So now we got the flight plan in place. Now what? What do we got here? We've got data, init page, flight plan, we just did. I do want to hit the data. Before we do the data, we got the init page set, right? Everybody good with this? Did I do it right? No. All right, block fuel. Let's go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to block it out with, it seems, 41,900 pounds of fuel. Are you out of your mind right now? That is a lot of gas. Lots of gas, folks. All right, let's just do a cost comparison. Are we ready for this? What do I say? 41,900 pounds of fuel. We're going to divide that number by 6.7, which is about fuel density, gives us 530 of gallons. Multiply that by $11 a gallon. You're spending $68,000 just for fuel on this airplane. That doesn't include crew, maintenance. Holy smokes. That's why these, airlines that buy these things, they go out of business. Like you ever see that, because the cost is tremendous. Now I don't know how much freight it can carry. So somebody give me the carry on the freight on this and we can do some numbers. Zero fuel weight. I've got a ZWF, 248,400 pounds. Whoa, dude. Okay, just to let you know, our 737 is pushing 150. So this thing is a beast. It's a heavyweight, that's for sure. We'll do our zero fuel weight right there. We've got that in there. Zero fuel weight CG. Now, before we do that, we have to go and program this thing. So let's go ahead and click performance. Okay, conditions, we'll sync that. It's not going to be runway 9. We're going to do runway 18 center. I'll click that. What the heck? All right, 18 center. I do like this EFB. I think it's really cool. They've done a good job. If we go to the weight and go to, I think it's weight and balance, we're going to pull in from custom SimBrief. We're going to pull it all from SimBrief. It's going to load it in for us, and we're good. Durlata says, love the Coastal Airways merch. Dude, this shirt you guys can buy. If you love the MD-80, we got 737 shirts. We've got a couple of new ones, and I think, well, maybe it's there. Maybe. Probably not. No. Anyway, if you go to, I think it's coastalairwaysshop.com. Just put a www in front of it. You can probably see it in the chat. Take a look at it. You can buy your own shirt, and it helps the channel a little bit, too. And you can become a member as well. All right, so let's check this out. We've got forward weight up top, 23,000. Get off me, man. We've got 70,000 on the load. Mids, 23.5. Half, 23.5. That's nice and even. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. The max CG, right? Is it 24.95, I'm assuming, right? 24.9er. I'll just put that in there. Just want to make sure we don't do anything stupid. So is that the right one? Max CG weight. But this one said 0 fuel, didn't it? So 0 fuel weight, I don't think is that. So this right here, okay, I'm a little perplexed now. I'm confused. If we go to weight and balance, and we go to here, do you unload the aircraft first, see what your max 0 fuel is? Aircraft control disabled. Let's execute. I'm not. I think A300 can hold like 100,000 pounds, 120,000 pounds. Okay. Make sure you have the plane set to pounds, by the way. Oh, shoot. All right, let's check that. Let's check. Let's do that really quick. I think we do, but let's just verify. This is a new system. Okay, that's not going to help me. Let's get rid of that. We're going to go to settings. Yeah, we got all that. AGL, yes. Brake temps, yeah, we got all that. Yes, we all. Weights and units. Pull it down. Let's see what we got. Imperial, pounds. Yeah, all right, we're good. The one thing is the maintenance mode, too. It's unrealistic. All right, I think we're good. So let's go ahead and jump out of this again. And then let me know on this, folks, what the weight and balance is. You folk, tell me what's going on here. Is there a coastal A300 shirt? I don't know. There should be after the commemorate this flight. All right, we're looking at apply load to aircraft. There we go. That's better. So then we could do that. What the heck? Okay, it's fueling. That's what's fueling the aircraft right now. So our max 0 fuel weight, 29.43. Let's put that in there. 29.4. Good. Are we okay with this? So I'm assuming next page. No, I assumed wrong. Okay, this just might be 2 pages. I'll guess with you. All right, good. I can't go. I can't shuttle through. All right, init is done. If I go next page over, it's just 2 pages. I think we're good to go, right? Good. So then we go ref. GPS is good. Airports, I don't think we need that. Flight plan. What's AC status? What does that do? Oh, that. Okay. So flight plan is next, right? What do we got next, folks? Denali says we like picking on your... Okay, I've read that. Performance page. All right, let's go to the pref page. Performance page. Performance page. Which would be the ref, you know? Where's your performance page? Don't know. Is there initialization maybe? No, next. I thought this was the performance page. Is this not? Can't move anything. Can't shuttle it. Okay, FOB. This is just the same one, so it's kind of a loop here. Where's your performance page, folks? Anybody? There it is. Takeoff approach. All right, so V1 is here. One center, dry, good on the winds, got that. Weights configuration, flap 1515, air conditioning on, ancillaries is off. Force toga, what does that mean? Calculate. Alright, 56, 56, 60, flex 63. So, 56, 56, 60. Let's try that. 156. Is there a way to import that, or you got to type it in? VR 156, isn't it? V2 is 160. Okay, 160. Nothing. All right, I think I know why. It's this. Stand by. Stand by. Let's try this. Before I do anything, I think I got to go up here. And I got to get the... Not the pumps on, but the hydros, right? Ah. These are faults. APU gen is on. External power is on. APU gen is on. Don't want to throw that off. Throw the galley off. Fuel is good. I do want to throw on... you don't throw your hydros on right now, though. Right? I remember that you got to do something up here. I can't remember what it was. Three bats on. We're going to go ahead and throw... that doesn't matter. That's off. PTU. These pumps are good. Gosh, it's something like the augmentation system or something. I forgot. Fuel we got to turn on. We know that. Pitch trim. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's like something I remember. I was like, we got to do something with the trim system. Here it is. You got to throw this on before you could get anything else going with the airplane. There we go. There we go. Now we got a good... See what I mean? Like in a Boeing, you would never have to do that. You can just dial in your number. All right, now this is weird. Do I have to push this or pull this, or is that the A320 that you got to do that with? I don't know. The A320, you got like push, pull, whatever. Anyway, we're good. Let's go to the heading. Heading is going to be 160 on the heading, folks. So we're going to go 160 on the heading. Right there. Good stuff. You have to put that in on the MCP panel. Yeah, I got it. Good. Altitude, we are going to climb up to 5,000. Well, we're going to try to climb to 5,000. We'll see how it works. Do I have to arm it? It's not like anything... Yes, I guess. I don't know. Let's go down here. Hold on. I have to go down to the panel. There's something I have to do over here. I got to put in the landing elevation. It's going to be like 30, 40 feet. It's JFK, right? So it's pretty much at sea level. It's 13 feet. So for all intents and purposes, it's 0. All right, so we'll keep it at 30, 0. Why is that on? All right, that's good. Landing gear test. Let's check that out. We got to do... All right, we're going to go and do the TAT. We're going to flex it to 63. Takeoff flex. We're going to go 63, wasn't it? You see that flex on 63? Yes. So that is a good flex there. 63. That's on. So if you go toga, that changes things. So 63, it's good. Limits there. Takeoff's there. Okay. Okay, push, you're telling it to manage it? Okay, it's good to know. Throw that up there. All right, let's do some flows here if I can. We'll start over here. We've got that done. Coming up, we've got now, this is on fault, as it should be. We'll get the APU started. Maybe. Seatbelts coming on. You're going to need them. No smoking is on. Okay, anti-ice. We're going to go ahead and throw the wing on. Well, not the wing, but the this is lights. So I do want to throw my nav. I think number 1 does the... Look at all the cargo in there now. Yeah, okay, good. Folks, if you're just joining us, I got like 4 hours in this airplane. So I'm a Boeing guy. So this is like, you're seeing like something, a Boeing guy trying to muddle through an Airbus. The logic of an Airbus is just weird. Oh, I know. Let's put our VFR on comms up top, way high, in the middle of nowhere. That's awesome. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense at all. All right, let's turn the pumps on. These are fuel pumps. Now, this is weird. You got nothing in the center tank, but yet we need to keep the center tank on for some dumb reason, right? And all these lights should be off, I think, on a bus. Okay, let's throw the APU on. Fuel pumps auto. Click start. Let's get that going. Let's do a loop test. Hang on. This is like a fire suppression. Got loop A on. We'll do a script test. Good. Same thing here. Loop test good. Script test coming up next. You hear that going on. That's the ICAS. Good script test on there. That light should light up good. All right, we're going to keep the packs on cold. All right, auto. That's manual. Okay, that's good. Oxygen is supply coming in. And then over here, I think is going to be like our temperatures. And we can throw it to, that's cargo, aft main. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Packs are off. Okay, now the APU bleed is, this is a cross feed bleed. That's the APU bleed on. Test the annunciator lights. I think he's trying to say wind shear. I'm not sure. Emer lights are coming armed. Okay, this is probably pressurization. That looks good. All right. The APU is available, so you can see the available light on. And what you could do is throw this off because it'll kick on, I hope. Okay. Now we just kicked on the APU. I think we're ready. Maybe. I still have to do this. Let's do the MCP really quick. Okay, I know what that is. I know what that is. This is good. FPV, we'll throw that on. Off, on. Weird. Okay. I know you guys, you Airbus guys, like, stop touching things. What are you doing? You're flipping too many switches. Right? Is that what you're trying to tell me? 2908. I'm just going to make sure the weather is set to real world weather. It is. Flaps good. Auto brake. We got to throw it on RTO, right? Or just throw anti-skids on. That's alternate brakes. Here comes normal. Anti-skids, I think we would do medium? I don't know. That's rechecked. Coming over here. This is our lighting system. Our O2s, we'll check those. It should be like -1 on trim, maybe. You can barely see it. Maybe right there. Okay. Throttle quadrant. Does it work? I think that's good. I'm just checking. That's all I'm doing. Throw this transponder on. Max auto brake on takeoff. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. That's why you guys are here. Nothing works. We'll arm that before we go, though. Let's go ahead and shut the doors. I think we're good. I do want to write the checklist. We'll throw it on engine on the ICAS. Actually, doors. Let's get the doors going here. Doors. Maybe it's status. I don't know. Status is normal. Good. Okay, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and close the doors. And let's be done with this thing. We'll get this thing going. We'll run our checklist. Doors coming closed. This door is coming closed. Left stairs coming off the aircraft. Okay. We're going to pull the ground power because we're on the bus. Good. Take off the chocks. Good. Arm the doors. Let's go through the checklist. Where is the checklist? Is it in here? No, it's not in here. Throttle calibration, I've got that, done that. That's not there. That's not there. My flight. Checklist. All right, here we go. Before start, cockpit prep. Maybe. I think it's complete. Fuel quantity checked. Takeoff data set. Landing elevation good. Altimeter set. Brake A skids are normal. We got that. Windows are closed. Bacon light, and parking brake. Let's throw the bacon light on. Where is that dumb thing? It's going to be over here somewhere. Bacon on. There we go. Look at this, guys. We're getting there. Max says, guess this is my birthday. It's awesome. Yeah, you're going to love this. You're going to let me see this. Doesn't feel good to have an ECAM. Yes, it does. Is that what they call it, an ECAM and not an ICAS? Maybe. I don't know. How do I get this going? I, for the longest time, can't program like any VOR. It's really annoying, so somebody needs to tell me how to do this because I don't know, and it's very annoying. For an old school pilot, I don't like that. Okay? What is this man thrust crap? The heck? I don't know. All right, I gotta stop hitting buttons. Let's go for a push. The engine startup's really cool on this. So let's call GSX. We'll have them come in. We'll push us back. We'll get off the blocks here. Parking brakes are not set, huh? Now they are. All right, let's go ahead and set. You're probably asking, are you on VATSIM? No. There's no way I'd go on VATSIM right now. This is the problem when you don't know an airplane. You're like, yeah, let's do it. No, you gotta really get to know an aircraft first. Look at our fuel there, 41,800 pounds. Yo. Hey, Pops, you deserve extra money for this flight of an Airbus. You haven't seen anything yet. Wait until we fly the thing. That's going to be real fun. But I appreciate it. This is cool. This is the back panel. This tells you the APU is on and running. Woo. All right, folks, I think we're good on the overhead. We got everything pretty much off. Obviously, the heaters are off. I do want to throw the window heat on. Okay, so we got the window heat on. Everything else will be off until we start. I think we're ready to go. We'll throw the APU bleed on, which is somewhere down here. There we go. There we go. All right. Yeah, now it sounds like a plane. That's loud. That's how it should be. Look at that APU just blasting. By the way, folks, I just installed the new JFK from Any Builds today. So stick around for the flight. Once we get to cruise, I'm going to talk about the pluses and minuses of both manufacturers, in my opinion, opine. And we'll go through from there. How's that? I'm going to reset this. We're going to go to ET. APU is running. Parking brake is on. Seatbelt's on. No smoking's on. By the way, Max, I do like an ICAS, ECAM. It's cool. I do like that. So I'm going to do nose to the right, tail left. Okay, parking brake coming released. Woo! When we start this thing... Whoa. When we start this thing, I'm going to show you on the outside really quick. I'm going to dull that down just a minute as we're pushing back. I got to just slow the speed down just a touch. Just a touch. That should be good. It's a top secret why it was so fast. Can't wait to hear Jason rant about the bus. Hey, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest today. Usually I kid around a lot, but today I'm going to be honest with you. All right, here we go. To crank the engine. We're going to throw this to crank, and then we're going to start. And I'm going to start number 1. So we armed it. The ECAM's doing its thing. You see I've got this right here. All right, we're ready. It's cranking. We're going to start. Welcome to Airbus. That's all you do. That's it. This is an Airbus. No, well, we do have to enter fuel. And I think we enter fuel on the N2 at like 20% or something. What is it? There's 17, 18, 19, there's 20. I'm hoping it's what it is. Here comes the fuel. Fuel on. Waiting for the light. Light off, bro. Okay, alright, what happened? Why didn't it work? Let's try it again. Okay, what's going on? Why isn't the fuel kicking? It's not kicking. Hold on. We're on max motoring right now. I mean, we've been there forever. So let's see. That's off. That's on. Ah, start AB, not crank. Okay. Why do they do that for? Whoa, there's a hot start. Let's watch this thing. Because that thing has been max motoring for about a minute. I'm watching the EGT. Well, I just cooked the engine. That's okay, folks. EGT looks good. N1 spooling up, so we've got a good light. I'm just watching it. On the bus. Brakes set. Gotta love it. Oh, man. I need that on. I need that on. I'm going to turn my haptics on, folks. Okay, got a good light. Just want to make sure that both haptics are working. We have that. Okay, I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to turn this off. Let's go with the Pro. Okay, that works. Cloud settings on. Alright, they're unlocking the gear. You can see we got a good start. Let's try that again. Is for the crank like ground for the Boeing? You'd want to put it in crank, I guess, if like the 737, like let's say you had a hot start or something, you would just keep it in ground and it just motors, right? It just cools the engine. So I don't know. I guess I could just go arm now, right? I mean, no. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and do a startup outside. The sound is beautiful. That's beautiful. Let's jump back in the flight deck. Fuel coming on. Go back outside. Hear the light off? Boom. That's cool. Love it. All right, that's really cool. It's still lighting up, still doing its thing. EGT's on the rise. Crank is windmilling. Yeah, it's okay. Same kind of thing as a ground, or it'd be flight for the 7.3. Okay, 2 good starts. Pop says it's like rocket. It's like a rocket. It sounds like it, doesn't it? That's how it should sound, actually. Cockpit door, let's go ahead and lock that. All right, let's close it. All right, folks, good to see you back there, but we're done. Got to shut the door. Hang on. There we go. Now we're going to lock it. Click lock. Good. All right, what do I have to do down up here? Anything? ESS is emergency. That's a essential bus. I'm just going to check all of our buses. Just make sure we're good. The batteries are on. Fuel is good. Hydros are on. Let's turn the probe heat on. All 3 probe heats are on. That's good. Transformer rectifiers and essential bus, just like any aircraft you'd expect. Okay, let's shut off the EPU. That's our next thing. Packs are on. Good, 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 good. APU air off. Valves are on. I'm going to go ahead and ignition off. Okay, you can hear it's doing it does its own thing with the packs and stuff, which is cool. Off. Good. Wipers are off. Beacons on. Strobes, nope. Taxi on. We'll set flaps coming down here in a minute. Okay, after start, pitch trim, rudder trim, spoilers are armed. I believe the spoiler's just like an MD-80. There's your spoilers. Is it armed up? I believe armed is up, just like an 80, right? Flaps are going to come down. 15-15. I got to verify that. Okay, there's flaps and slats coming down. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Feels like a big old airplane. The wings, pretty big on this thing. Okay. I think we got a good airplane here. Armed is up. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it. Here, turn, start, switch, continuous relight. I got it. Smart pirate. Wow, this is scary. Should be. You should be scared. Continuous relight is on. Thank you. All right, we got pitch trim, rudder trim, spoiler slats, flat, ECAM status. Let me go ahead and check the ECAM. Continuous relight is on. Park brake is on. Seatbelts are on. No smoking's on. All right, what about hydros? Hydros look good straight across. AC, good. Bus 2, this is the AC system. All green lights, that's what we want to see. DC system, looking good. Of course, I don't know what I'm looking for. Bleeds, good, good, good. APU's off, good. This is our air conditioner. The reason why this is out is because it's up there, I think, right? It's pressure. You wouldn't expect anything there. Fuel's there. Pumps are good and green. APU should be off. Good. Flight controls. Good. We already looked at them, but you would check them here, and here, here, and here. Rudders. Good. Doors closed. Wheels. And I'll just keep the wheels up because it can heat up pretty good. All right. I think we're ready to taxi, right? Hand signal set. Anti-ice is required. We're ready to go. Brakes coming off. Let's see if this puppy can roll. Well, here we go. After an hour off the gate. Yeah, what do you expect? Wait a minute. We got a wrong pushback here. Gotta turn this puppy around, I think, right? Runway's behind us. Yes, sir. Okay, let's spin this puppy around and around here. There we go. Where's my blinker? Does this thing have a blinker? I'm kidding. Easy on the rudder. Easy on the rudder with this thing. Yeah, oh yeah. Gotcha. Sean says check takeoff configuration via the takeoff config switch on the pedestal right side. Takeoff config, pedestal right side. I'm looking, buddy. Hang on. Let me see if I could just roll it a little bit. Where is it? Takeoff config right there. Thank you. I'm expecting I should see that somewhere. Oh, press and hold it? Crap, now I gotta lock it. Hang on. How long do you hold it for? No, what happened with United? Okay, guys, we gotta get taxiing here. I want to get going. Oh, yeah, I want to show you that here really quick. Throttle cam. By the way, if you're just joining this channel, I am not an Airbus guy. I'm a Boeing guy. I'm a Boeing pilot. Decades studying the aircraft, flying the airplane, whatever. There's no way. This is all new to me, and this is not even an Airbus. This is like an Airbus Light compared to like an A320 or something like that. Which we'll do 1,500 subs. I'll get it. I think I'll buy the Phoenix 320. I think we will, just because I want to give you guys a good show. You'll really see me go, what the heck? This is still reminiscent of an airplane, right? The 320, I have no idea. Shows on the eCam? Okay, but is there a way I could just like Do I use the mouse wheel to push it in and then it'll hold it? All right, let me try that one more time. See, I can't. Okay, it said normal, I think. I don't know. Okay, we're going to go down Sierra right here. And then that'll be our runway coming up. She's a big boy. Big airplane. I'll walk you through it. Yeah, right. You can't wait till I fly the 320? Well, let me tell you something. I do like the delay in the throttle. I think that's accurate. You're not supposed to get instant spool up, that's for sure. So that's cool. Let's get this thing centered. This manual thrust, I'm assuming is going to change. Now, what's weird is this is not a Boeing. You could just push it up and it goes. Doesn't it supposed to just? Isn't there a FADEC on here where it's just instantaneous? It just gives you the thrust you need, or something weird like that, right? A320 Neo. That's what I mean. Something like that. All right, let's line up 1-8. I'll do a checklist real quick. We'll take a look. All right, I've got flight controls check, flight instruments check, briefing, V1, VR, V2, flex temp, we've got it all set, flaps and slats both, takeoff config normal, I think we've got that. Transponder will set that, TARA coming in, auto brake will be max, and ignition is on. Let's go line this thing up. I saw 18 center, brakes are coming on. All right, good. Let's go ahead and click max on the auto brake. Then we're going to go, just want to make sure we're good to go. Let's throw our lights on. Wing lights are coming on. We're going to go ahead and throw it now. I think that's strobe. I'm not sure. Runway turnoffs are coming on. No, strobe is over there. I don't know what 2 is. Maybe it's logo light. Strobe's on. All right, I think we're good. Any last words? 777 lost third. Oh, I did see that. The second 737 MAX 8 got stuck in the mud after landing from New Orleans. Oops. They had an overrun a little bit, maybe. I don't know. All right, folks, lights are on. Let's go to JFK. After departure, I'll just show you what we're going to do here really quick. We're going to go Memphis. I know we're rolling. Let's go departure. We're going to do the Goats 7. There we go. I'm going to show you this chart. So we're going to take off to the south. We'll hit this ribs and then Henninger. I'm going to need your help with all this crap. Like I want to go to the legs page, but whatever. All right, ready? Auto throttle arm, right? Maybe not. What do you do? This is man thrust, so do I push it in? Still says man thrust. Preset. I don't know. No, I don't want to do that. You don't throw the autopilot on. Is it just push it up? I don't know. Let's go. Let's do this thing. I'm going to bring them up slightly. Go for the flex. What flex? There's one detent. Two detent. 101, right? All right, here we go. Wow, listen to that. Takeoff inhibit. That ain't good. I don't know what that is. Let's get on center line here. We're rotating about 150. Now select auto throttle. Yeah, I'm gonna run off the dang runway here. Hold on. Holy crap. Let me fly it first and then I'll get it done. Okay, here we go. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. We're doing 160. We're flying. I mean, she's airborne. Captain ACQ, I can't get your comments. Hold on. Let me get this airplane prepped here. When is flap retraction here? I'm thinking right now. She is a big old airplane. All right, I'm going to fly it manually for a minute. Auto throttle arm. I guess green light's good. It's what we want to see. Command A on and nav on. Maybe. Flaps up. Through 3,000. Let's go ahead and climb to 10. What is the airplane doing? And it's pitching up. And what are you doing, airplane? Okay, speed. Maybe that's why. Speed's coming up. Look at this. Look at the stall coming. Woohoo! I gotcha. 240 on speed. Does this have an alpha floor in it? Like the other ones do? Where you're not supposed to stall? Landing lights extended, so it's telling me to do something with those. We're going to retract them. Alright, let's get your comments once I feel stable-ish. I'm going to increase my speed to 240. Maybe. Profile on. That's what I need to do. Profile. Where's that dumb thing? Profile right there. There we go. Good. Thanks for that. Climb thrust is set. Let's do after takeoff check. Well, I took off. I mean, right? With your help. So that's good. I mean, hey. After takeoff. Slats and flaps retract and landing gears up and neutral packs. Let's make sure the packs are on. So I'm going to go ahead down here to lead. It's good. Now we're cooking with gas. The packs are on right here. 2 greens coming across. That's good. Good deal. All right, we're on this departure. Right now it's flying, so that's good. We're going to Wirtz coming up right here. Okay, folks, through. We've got seatbelt, no smoking, continuous relights on. The airplane's doing great, all right? The autopilot's got it. It's doing pretty good right now. Press in on the heading knob. Press in on the heading knob, okay? Nope, didn't want that. Maybe it's that. Okay, cool. Now we're leveled at 10,500 because I've set the altitude that way. So the speed comes back. That's good to see. I'm going to start my climb up. So far, I mean, we're doing all right. Pretty cool bird. Let's go ahead and kick it up to 30. What did our flight plan say? We needed to go to 350. 350 coming in. Nolan, how are you? Welcome aboard. We're flying an Airbus basically for the first time. I know this is a A300. It's not really considered an Airbus, but it is to this guy. 350. Man, this takes forever to bring this thing up. All right, we're going to go 350. I'm going to set the profile jet again because I think this is like maybe VNAV. It'll hold speed. I kind of what I think of the 737. That would be a VNAV for me, where it's gonna start climbing on the profile of the correct profile set. Now this thing, I don't know what I just did. This thing right here, I want to increase my speed. I mean my range. How do I increase range? What did I do? You're on the climb. I can lift that up. All right, Captain ACQ says, Jason, after taking off in the bus, would you say you prefer Airbus over Boeing? No. No, not right now. After just taking off, no. This is not really an Airbus. You know what I mean? It's not really an Airbus. This is still an airplane. See, I think of the A300 is still flyable. You know what I mean? It's you still got old school things going on, which is nice. So yeah, I wouldn't go nuts yet, right? I wouldn't say I got to turn that light off. That relight should be off, yeah? That's kind of a climb check thing. Thing I don't get is you have no center quantity in the fuel. I understand what's going on here. They're doing it's like sensing the weight balance on the fuel, and it does it automatically, I think. So that's cool. Now we're going to 320 knots. We're in the climb. Flaps are up. The thing's clean. We're just looking for ice now. Not that I want ice, but not in TARA. Well, yeah, let's go and do that. Sorry. I'm not on VATSIM, so, but it's good practice to keep it going. There we go. TARA is on. This is our rudder trim. Pedestal lighting. What is this something? In-path coupling. Okay, weird. That's tilt for radar. Got it. What about range? Is our left display, right display? Looks like that. ECAM settings are here. This is, of course, our radio panel. Okay, somebody tell me how to use this where I could do this manually. Why can't I tune in VORs manually? I don't like that. Is there a way? Could I do it via the FMC? I'm still shocked that you're flying an Airbus. This is going to take a while to process. I think we're going to have to change the channel name to Airbus Flight Network. Nope, this is 1,000 subscribers. This whole flight is dedicated to you folks out there who are watching me, and been watching me over the years, and you know my absolute disdain for the bus. I'm doing it for you, but I could, you know what? I do like this airplane. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's pretty cool so far because it still feels like a jet. It still feels like something I could fly. The 320 is going to be a whole new ball, a set of wax for me. It's still odd. The McDo is weird. Like if you told me to hold right now, I'd be like, maybe. I wouldn't know what I'm doing. So, but still pretty neat. Now the flight director, I don't see here. Why can't I turn? There we go. Did Coastal make a 320 offer? Not even close, buddy. Not even close. Okay, that is for VOR approaches, but you can set via the rad nav page. Okay, let's do that right now. I want to, and first of all, how do I get this range up? Does somebody know how do I put this range up? In the MD-80, it's right here, right? In the 737, it's right up there. Okay, we're gonna go. Do I pull this, or do I have to go 2992? Why can't I do that? Pull standard. Okay, standard. That's good. Same thing this, or I have to manually do it? Okay, let's manually do it here. I tell you, this is fun for me. I like this crap. Let's go ahead and take that off of Airbus. I'm going to put it on engine just to see how we're doing good in our engines. There's no radio page, sorry. Progress page. All right, let's check that out. So if we go prog page here, how do I do it? I want to change and go to a VOR or program a VOR. And I don't know. Do you type it in here? Here? I think it's probably frequency here. Oh, maybe that's it right there. So it's doing this automatically. It's saying MKL. So let's go ahead and show you on the chart where MKL is. Okay, that's cool. I like that. So it's like the CRJ in terms of this. So that's pretty neat. Let's show you that. Go ahead back to Navigraph. Sorry, and I'm just gonna click. How do I get out of this thing? Back it up. I don't want to pin that. We got Memphis. Search. There's a way to do it. I just don't know. Let me get there. Hang on. My flight. Maybe. Close that. Okay, there's our OFP. Nope, don't want to do that. I want to show you. Does it show the route here? Does it show like the whole chart, do you know? Or is it just the charts? Do you guys know? Does it show en route? En route, I should say. I don't remember. I don't know. Anyway, I see what it's doing. It's pulling in the VORs that we're close to. So like the next VOR, it's telling us here we have 860 miles to go to destination. I don't know if I wanted to change it, I could change it here, I guess. Next to the FCU, there's a VOR switch. In theory, if you click that down to VOR, you should be able to dial it in. Right. You're telling me the FCU? What the heck is that? All right, let me try it. Is it down here? Yeah. Okay, you set it on the PFD. You set it on the... All right, so how do we change this? Anybody know how to change the length of this? We're through 24,000, by the way. We're still doing okay. Wait a minute. TAT is in icing range. Okay, so are we icing? I don't see icing on the aircraft, so that's good. Kind of out of the clouds. I'm sure we'd have to put on engine anti-ice. I gotta shut the lights off. So let's go ahead and shut the lights off here. Those are off, those are off. Beacon's on, that's off. Wing lights off. Delta P is on, altitude is good. We're pressurizing. So far, so good. That's what's still cool about flying an airplane. It's still a jet. There's certain systems it has to have. Oh, is this what you're talking? No, this is not what you're talking. It's VHF. All right, how do we do this? Somebody tell me how to set this. I want to go higher on range. Is it down here? No, I don't want to do that. Range is next to the flight director switch you turned on. All right. Looks like brightness. Oh, right there. There you go. It's right in front of my face. If it had teeth, it'd bite me. Let's go 60 miles. Waypoints. Okay, this is good to know. You can clutter the screen if you wanted to. What the heck is that? Airports. Cool. VORs. Nice. So far, it's pretty cool. 27,000. We got P thrust, P climb, and nav on the FMA. And I think that means pilot on, maybe? Autopilot? TAP message is just an FYI. Range is next to the speed. Gotcha. Yeah. Cool. What's this set? I mean, I guess ... means that the autopilot's got it and I don't have to worry about it. Maybe. So this is on auto. That's good to go. What's underneath this panel? Glare shield. All right, those are our landing. Cool. How's our turbulence? Yeah, we're getting hit a little bit. Now, engine anti-ice, I'm assuming we're going to have to turn it on as we get through this cloud layer. We got probe heat here. Anti-ice is here. Okay, so if we're getting close, we would throw on relight, right? And then we would, because that's continuous. So as we get a little closer to these clouds, we would throw engine anti-ice on, yeah? CSTR is constraints. Oh, cool. Let's do that. That's what I want to see. This gives me altitudes and restrictions and things like that. That would be good to see. Now, I'm assuming when you do engine anti-ice, you have to have the relight. Maybe. Same thing as the 7.3. It's a continuous thing. We're going to Nashville 114.1. Now, the one thing I don't... Now, maybe that's what this is. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to force that. So 114.1. So let's see. 114.1. No. 114.1. Where do I put it? If I want to change this, do I put it bottom? No. I'm guessing the A is for auto. If I flip this to VOR, would it do that? I don't know. No, Pops, there's no way I'd fly on ATC with this aircraft. I don't know what I'm doing. I wouldn't want to do that to them, and that's anybody for watching. If you're new to an airplane and you're not comfortable with it, do not fly on VATSIM until you're comfortable. And there's no way I'd fly this thing on VATSIM right now. There's a VOR frequency selector right of the FMC. Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't work. You can't do anything here. So that's my problem. Like, how do I set this manually? And I was thinking, wait, does it? Nope, it doesn't dial in this either. So I want to force it to Nashville. What the? All right, I don't want to do that. Let's go flight plan progress. All right, guys, let's figure this out. How do we change it? Is it up here? Distance to B&A. All right, frequency set. It's telling us the distance is not even close. It's not 3,800 miles. What is that? Is that, I don't know what that is. Is that altitude? I don't know. So what do we think? All right, the smart one said dot means managed mode in the box, controlling it. 737 blinks the speed. Okay, blanks the speed window. Gotcha. In regards to changing altitude, if you put your mouse cursor and it shows an up arrow, it'll allow you to go in 1,000s. Okay, that's good to know. Now, we're getting closer to this cloud deck up on top, like right on top of it now. I'm going to go ahead and throw on the engine anti-ice and see how it handles that. So we're going to go engine 1, engine 2, 2 faults on. We should have an ECAM message. Engine anti-ice on. Good. As we punch through this cloud deck. There's 4 B&As. Oh, man. Are you serious right now? So if I go B&A, (114.1). See, this is a problem I have right away. For human factors, it should automatically choose the closest one to us on top. The 737 does that, right? So it'll always go closest on top. And I mean, I get it's the frequencies, but the human factors, you want the closest one always to the top. So there's one strike. I mean, there's a lot of strike. There's 20 miles, but I can't. There it is. But that came in auto, right? So how do I change that? I know it says it now, but I want to be able to change VORs myself. And right now I can't. So we got to figure this out. Somebody, one of you knows. Hi, Jason, I have a question for you. What do you think happened on that hop jet a few weeks ago? The NTSB come out with a report. Yeah, you're talking about the one in Florida, right? Off of Fort Myers. Usually, and I was just having this conversation with one of my buddies today. So usually in flight, we should be hitting 35,000, yeah? Did we get an alarm? I didn't hear an alarm system. All right, there's 35,000. We're coming to the top we're coming to the top of climb here, but I don't like where the cloud deck is and where we are. So I'm going to try to go maybe to 37,000. Just because we're right on this cloud deck and I want to kind of punch over the top. So maximum is 37 or 35, 36. I don't want to do that. That puts us too close to the edge of the envelope, right? So let's keep it at 35 for now. If we're going to get into turbulence, I'll drop down in a couple thousand. I won't climb yet. If we're starting to ice up, we're going to have to descend. All right, so that's kind of where we're at. So anyway, about the hop jet, put needles to VOR near, and then try tuning. Okay, needles to VOR, this one, and then try tuning it. All right, let's tune. Oh, look at that, it worked. Cool, cool, cool. You see how it's up there now, folks? That's what I want to see. Because when you're flying and ATC goes, fly direct to Livingston, you're going to be like, yeah, I get it, but I could tune 11435 on the back end now and have that tune in here. See it right there? That's cool. And then I could go to number 2. It's still going to fly the nav, right? Because I'm on profile. Good. Okay, and I've got nav hooked up there. Pretty neat. All right, I'm going to go VOR on this one. And I could drop down. Yeah, sweet. This is cool. All right, now I'm going to go 1141, because if we need to turn around, we can go back to Nashville. One thing I don't like is how slow we are. We're about 265 indicated. Ground speed, we're doing good, though. We're 0.78, so that's doing okay. I just want to keep monitoring the icing here. We're going to get really close to... Let's see, outside air temperature is negative 20. We're prime candidates for icing on this airplane right now. This close to this close to the cloud deck. Let me take a look on our icing on the Navigraph app. You could see if you hit icing severity, and we're going to go up to 3, 4-ish. I don't see anything triggering right now, so that's good. What time are we at here, folks? 0 something. We're at 03:30. It doesn't tell me any icing, so but we'd be catching it for sure. All right, the one at Naples, Florida, was interesting. Where you had a Challenger 600, and you had two engines essentially flame out on you. I'm going to descend, folks. I'm going to go to 33. So let's try some descending. Let's go altitude. Let's see if this works. We're going to go down to 33,000, and then I can pick it back up. All right, now I set this to 33. Do I push it or pull it? I think it says P descent. Let's see what happens here. Or is it an FMC thing where I could say 330, enter? Do I have to actually execute it or what? All right, let me try doing the other thing. Let me try pulling it. What is it going to do? All right, nothing. It's saying speed, okay? So I get that. What do we do? I wanted to descend to 33. What are we going to do here, folks? I mean, I could do level change and drop the throttles. That's old school, which is fine by me. I'll just kick the throttles back a little bit. Let it descend. Probably not ideal. Just trying to get away from this cloud deck at 30, right on it. Yeah, we're doing level change, but it's interesting because, you know, we're at level 3 in terms of automation. I had to drop to a level 2 to get it out. Man, we're getting bumped around now. Shoot. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I want to stay at like 33. Let's see how it goes. And remember, we're transporting boxes right now, so I don't care about ride. That's the thing about cargo. You don't really care about turbulence. There's no passengers back there. You don't really care. There's 33,000. So does it maintain again and go back to profile? No. So I'm going to click profile. I'll let it hold. Now we're going to go back to profile. 330. It's going to hold the speed. Okay. Going to try to catch some speed here. Just trying to get away from that cloud deck. It's a little bit more bumpy here, but like I said, I don't really care. All right, I'm going to throw these off. Back to the hop jet, whatever. That was a Challenger. If those folks looking around and, you know, you see this Challenger 600 that crashed over in Naples. You know, as I was talking to a buddy of mine today about this, and really, as an investigator, when you hear double flame out, okay, you hear there's no power on the engine, obviously you have to confirm that, right? You have to confirm, but I saw the pictures, I saw the video, there's nothing there. There's no, I think there was a mayday call, we're heading back. So you know they had problems. They didn't have enough time to figure the problem out. The first thing that I go to, by the way, I got radar on here, and I don't see much. I do see. We're going to be getting into some radar. This doesn't paint radar, does it? Sorry, I keep jumping off a track because I'm trying to. I'll get to it in just a minute here. I just want to see if this thing paint radar. All right, radar. System 1 and 2. We'll go System 1. I want to just tilt it up just a minute. Does it? Do I have to turn it on? Sometimes you turn it on over here. Is that, you guys know if the radar works on this aircraft? Let me know if radar works. Yeah, boxes don't complain. That's exactly right. I don't know. I mean, I think I got it working. I mean, I think it's on. There's nothing else I could do. I think middle's off, 1 and 2. Let me know if this thing paints radar at all. If not, I'll just kind of try to drop it down for a minute. I know there's no tilt. It's a limitation with Flight Sim 2020. Anyway, it should tell me that radar's on here. And I don't see anything on the box. So I can't tell you. Anyway, expect we're going to get into some obviously issues. Radar should work, but I'm not sure if tilt works or not. Switch to turb. All right, let's check it out. Let's go to turbulence mode. Wait a minute, I think I see, yeah, I do see something maybe up there. I don't know. Yep. Okay, cool. I like that. Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing on our Navigraph app. We've got a whole bunch of crap to the south, so we'll expect some bumps. Nobody's flying with us, so I'm going to throw the seatbelt sign off. It is on. All right, so back to this jet thing. The hop jet. So you've got this Challenger 600 that has a, an engine issue. We don't know what's going on. I'm hearing rumors that it's a double flameout. When you have a double flameout on a jet, it really boils down to a few things. And I could probably list them on my one hand on how many things there are that could cause a double flameout. One, human error, where you actually shut down both engines. Very unlikely. Probably not going to happen. Okay? 2, fuel. Fuel starvation. Somehow the fuel did not get to the engines. It might have had fuel in the tanks, but what's going on? Was there a valve shut off or something like that? So you look at the fuel lines, make sure there's no contaminated fuel, that you still have fuel in the tanks. Things like that. It was fueled up 350 gallons before it took off. So you know it had fuel, and you got to check the condition of the fuel before you go, right? So you got to look at fuel. Then the next thing you do. Dude, is the airspeed out of control now? All right, we're good. We're 0.78. So we've got human error, which is inadvertent shutdown. We have fuel issues. So we could have a flame out because of contaminated fuel. But you would still see power to the engine, right? You would still see it developing power. So when you would go to the crash site, you'd actually see bent fan blades. Opposite direction of the spin of the turn. So you look at all that. Didn't see anything, right? The thing was burned to a crisp anyway. But you look at fuel. It did have fuel. You could tell it had fuel because there was a massive fire. Usually if an airplane's fueled up, it has a lot of fire. It's hot. It's energy. You have a lot of heat going on. So you would expect that burning to happen if you had fuel, and which it did. It burned to the ground. So as an investigator, you're going to go, all right, it's probably had fuel on the aircraft. Was that fuel contaminated? And did the fuel get to the engines? So then we're looking at that. The next thing, maintenance. When was the last maintenance done on the aircraft? Did it involve an engine change? Did it involve engines? We're looking at that. The next thing, oil contamination. All right, so you're going to be going, was it, again, it's very rare to have that in 2 engines, okay? But was there a problem with the oil? Because there's oil filters on there, there's oil chips, but you're looking at, did it have oil? Okay, so you're going to be looking at all those things as an investigator. So three things you're going to look at. You know, is there anything else that could cause it? No. I mean, generally speaking, if you have a double flame out, it's those things. And of course, birds. You know, sure, you can have ingestion of birds, but you would still have some or minimal power unless they completely shut it down, which they didn't. So those are the things I'd be looking for. Oil, fuel, inadvertent shutdown, maintenance. 4 things. If you have a double flame out or birds. I can't really think of anything else that the investigators would be looking for. But again, with all those systems, you're going to be digging into the flight recorder. If it had one, you're going to be looking at if there was a FADEC. Did it get fuel? Was there fuel going into the engines? Some of these aircraft have HMUs or hydraulic. It's not hydro. It's hydro mechanical unit. So that's kind of, you know, a fuel unit basically that measures the amount of fuel into and out of the injectors, stuff like that, or, you know, whatever their fuel delivery system is on that aircraft. But, you know, so yeah, I'm going to be looking at all those things. Okay, so we're getting into some weather. You can see we got some weather here. JFK. Right now, it looks like we'll be out of this crap pretty much after malls. We get to the northeast, it's going to be nice. So this is kind of only our bout of weather here at this altitude. But yeah, I'll be looking at all those. I don't know. Did that answer your question? ACQ, there's a whole bunch of stuff that it could be, but really with the double flame out, you're really counting on one hand on what it could be. Let me take a look to see if there's any preliminary information out there. Why is my butt kicker not working? It's so annoying. You know, this thing should work. I've got it on. Now it works, but what time is it? Okay, so I'm going to shut that off. I'll shut that on, turn that on. It worked before. I'm going to click it to plus because, yeah, good. I do want a little bit of vibration. I'm turning on the smaller one. All right, folks, I got a window open. All right, and I want to get to the Boeing Airbus debacle. We're going to get to that here soon. I've got, let's do a prog page, and I'll show you what we got. I don't have my ticker on top, and I don't know why. Okay, you see that right there? It's manual, M. So it's letting us know, hey, the VOR is gonzo. Now, if I wanted to get that back into manual mode or automatic mode, I could just flip this down to nav and this down to nav, which is cool because then I could not worry about, you know, VOR flipping. It's good to do it automatically. All right. I'm going to get up, shut the window, hit the lav, come on back, and then we're going to talk about the Airbus Boeing debate. It's a massive debate on what manufacturer is better. There's pros and cons. I've got a lot of stuff here that we're going to talk about probably for the next 30 minutes or so. And looking at the Prague page, which we were there, is there any way I could get a destination in terms of, all right, 619 nautical miles to the, I believe that's JFK. So I need to figure out, can I next page this thing? No. There's fuel prediction. That's helpful. JFK fuel on board 22.8. Wow, that's a lot of gas. It's because we have an alternate at IAD. JFK is forecast to get low on clouds. All right, so we go to Prague page again. All right. You're going to have to help me with the getting descent ready to go and stuff like that, because I don't know. What's TAC mode? No. Huh. Okay. Yeah, we're getting beat up. It's a good thing we're flying boxes, right? Passengers wouldn't like that. Yeah, that's a lot of turbulence now. We're trying to avoid the heavy stuff. Maybe we climb up. Maybe we climb up to 35 again, and it was a little calmer up there, so whatever. Let's go 350 now and try to get out of this garbage. All right, let's do a climb now. 350, and then I'm going to hit the lab really quick. 350 set. Let's see. Does it do anything? It doesn't. I feel like I have to arm it, right? Do I push, pull? Let's see what it does. It doesn't do anything. No. Nothing. What the heck was that? Okay. Let's go. We're doing 500 feet a minute. Is it starting to climb? Speeds up. She's... Okay. It's starting to climb through the profile, so that's good. You gotta hit profile again and reset it. Gotcha. Yeah, I just kind of want to get out of that. It seemed like we had a better ride up at 350. So anyway, we're going to get into that talk. That should be fun. Try to get above it. It looks like the nasty stuff's right about now. Cool. I tell you what, the model's beautiful, right? They did a good job modeling this thing. Externals are really nice. And you know what? I mean, like, it flies like it feels really heavy, and it should, because this is a heavy aircraft. And it just feels like look at the wing flex. Like, you can see how slow that flex is. That's what you expect with a wingspan like this, you know? It just looks right, it feels right. It's not like jerky. Hint, hint, for those who should not be named. It's just really what you would expect from a wing like this. You would expect it flexing just nice and slow because it is such a big wing. It's got a lot of load on it. So maybe we can get lucky and punch through this cloud deck. Let's see what we got. All right, there's 35 level. All right, I'm going to hit the restroom, and I will be right back. So stand by, folks. All right, folks, I'm back. Here we go. Let's get into this conversation about the age-old question of what's better, Boeing or bus? Now, I'm going to split this conversation up in just a couple of... I'm going to kind of break this up in different aspects, okay? By the way, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor. Right now, just boop that like button or hit the subscribe button if you're new. It helps us. Plus, we could get to 1,500 subs, and then we're going to be flying a bus. We're going to be flying the 320. I guess that's for the 1,500 sub that you want to see. BRF Simmer says bus. Okay. So I'm going to split this up into two different categories. We have Airbus of old. We have Boeing of old. We have Airbus, and we have Boeing new. So Airbus is consistent in terms of old and new. Boeing is not. Okay, we have Boeing of old and Boeing of new. Let's talk about the Boeing of old first. The Boeing of old, and I'm talking about the Boeing in the 1960s to let's call it late 90s, so maybe to 2000. All right, so in that time frame from the 60s to 2000, I'm going to call that the Boeing of old. They have built the 747, which is a fortress. Before the 60s, they built the B-17. Okay, so you have the 747, you have the 707, you have the 720, and I'm not going to name them all, but I'm just naming the few off the top of my head. Domestically, the 727, which was an absolute tank in its own right. You have the 737 100 series, 200 series, to the classics, 3, 4, 5, to the NG, right? So the most popular aircraft ever built was that one. Okay, the 7.3 classics and the NGs. You have the 7.6, 7.5, which is great midpoint, long haul kind of aircraft. And then the last thing in 94, you had the 777. And that's where Boeing stops. Okay? So Boeing has lost their way. Period. They don't know who they are. They used to build airplanes that were reliable, that could stand a lot of crap, that were tanks. They were absolutely tanks to fly. And they were beat up, and they kept going and going and going. Just real good American ingenuity right there. Okay, that's what we were about. That's the Boeing of old. The Boeing of new, I don't know what happened, but they changed their philosophy to not that. And it's completely different now. They have lost it. This is my opinion. They've lost their way. They don't know who they are, and it's sad. Okay, they took a beautiful airplane, the 737, and I don't know what they did with the Max. Okay, it was like should have been a clean slate aircraft, folks. A clean slate, or I know why they didn't want to do that. Southwest was a major component of that, where it was like, I don't want a new type rating, but we have to replace our aging NGs. All right, so the 737 was a successful aircraft, obviously, and they wanted to put new engines on it, and I'm not going to get into it, but they did that with a Max, and you could see they're just trying to pump them out, but when you do that, guess what happens? You lose yourself, and the Max is a prime example. The MCAS, the doors falling off the aircraft. I mean, what is going on with their philosophy? What is going on? The Boeing of old is not today. It's just not. So they need to do a whole revamp. In my mind, in my eyes, they really need to get back to who they were. And that was build darn good, reliable aircraft that actually pilots flew. All right. I know automation, the whole thing, I get it. But that's what Airbus was, I mean, that was what Boeing was about. It was about you are flying, the pilot flies, the pilot has the control, not the computer system. I get it, the 777, I understand it's fly-by-wire. The pilot flies them. Okay, that was their philosophy forever. The MCAS thing, didn't tell anybody about the MCAS. Bad idea, okay? And I don't know what's going on with their stupid supply chain with the doors and stuff like that. So in my mind, Boeing has lost in terms of who they are, and their market share is going to be increasingly going down and down and down and down and down. And the reason for that is they don't have anything to compete against the A321. They have nothing to compete against it. All right, the 321 is that mid, long, thin route aircraft that the 757 would have shellacked had they put new engines on it. All they had to do was re-engine that thing. The thing was so high in the air, all they had to do was put new fans on the 5, and that would have killed them. Yeah, this is getting bumpy here, but I mean Douglas as well. I think, I don't know, man. That Douglas merger, I think hurt them. You could say, I mean, what did they really do after that? You know, the 717 was still a Douglas aircraft. Douglas built great airplanes too, but they had that mentality of, well, look at the DC-10, you know, get it out the door kind of thing. Same thing with DC-10, folks. They were blowing cargo doors off that aircraft. I think of Sioux City 232 blowing a fan blade, severing all the hydraulic lines. You can't have that mentality as a manufacturer. You have to say, no, we're going to build the best dang airplane in the air. Period. It's going to outfly. It's going to outperform. It's going to be a pilot's aircraft. That's the problem, and I believe Boeing has that until the 777. Then it kind of went boom right out the window. The MAX, you know, it's a 737, yet it's not. The pilots love flying it. It's a nice bird, but I think they've got too many gremlins right now, and any new aircraft you're going to have that. But the supply chain thing, they're going to have to do something to fix all that. Now, Airbus has stayed consistent throughout their entire history, pretty much. Airbus's philosophy is always let the computer fly, let the pilots manage the computer and the flight systems, but they'll manage it, right? That's kind of an Airbus mentality, and it's always been that way, where you have, like, I think this is the first fly-by-wire aircraft that they built, the 300. But that was always Airbus's mentality, and it still is today. They haven't changed. Let the computer system manage the flight. The pilots will manage the computer system. Look at their manuals. It's very hands-off. You know, 400, 500 feet, you're on the autopilot and you're flying it. The autopilot, let the autopilot do the work. So that's kind of the Airbus. Now, which one is better? That's really up to, and I'm not kidding anymore. I normally, when you folks see me, and I'm always joking around about how crappy an Airbus is, that's just me kidding. Okay? One, I think it's funny, but it really is up to the philosophy of the pilot. Okay, so I'm an old school guy. I like old school aircraft, like vintage airplanes. I understand the whole premise of automation. I get it. Automation does help and really has really dropped the accident rate tremendously. And folks, that's because of automation. All right, that's automation. Automation has really done a good job eliminating the risk, the human error factor. And that's a big deal. And I'm glad that's there, right? Whether it's an Airbus or a Boeing, you still have levels of automation, right? So automation is a good thing. But I think that for me, I like the hands-on of the 737 more than I do an Airbus. So I have, what, 6 to 7 hours in a Delta A320 in their full level flight sim, their level D sim. I was being taught by their fleet captain. At the time, he was the Airbus fleet captain. He taught me on the 320, and it has some bells and whistles, man, some gee-whiz stuff. But I still felt disconnected, right? I was like, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to a push button, or I'm not used to grabbing the stick and feeling like it. I don't know if it's in a turn, or it felt very solid. But it wasn't my airplane. Does that make sense? It wasn't an airplane I gravitated toward because of that. It's because of the automation. It's because of, well, I don't know what it's doing, and it's very visual. I have to visually see the screen to know what the aircraft is actually doing. In a 7.3, I can actually close my eyes and grab the yoke and feel if I'm on the left or right. And I get it. The Airbus has an auto feel system. So does the 7.3. They both have the same, but the 7.3 has cables and pulleys still. So you actually analog. You actually feel it. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, for me, I like, I'm old school that way. The newer folks that are used to like video games and stuff like that, they like the 320. And that's coming from the fleet captain. That's what he said. He's like, if you're a video game person, you play video games all your life with joysticks and stuff like that, you're going to gravitate more toward a 320. If you were not, and you grew up in an analog way like I did, all right, you're going to gravitate more toward a 7.3. You're going to like that more because of the system management and things like that. Like, look, to start this aircraft, bro, it's pushed. I pushed start. I didn't have to look at, I didn't have to flip switches or do anything after it started. It does it automatically, which is cool. I mean, it saves time. It's like the CRJ, too. I like that airplane. So I just think that it just really is up to the philosophy of the pilot, right? Both airplanes are excellent. You're never going to hear me say that again. So record this. This is recorded. Both, look, the A320 is a great aircraft. Okay, obviously it's the sales alone speak for itself. Yes, it's cheaper. It's less reliable. So those two things I know are a fact. It's less reliable. The reliability is not as great as a 7.3. 7.3 is a little more money. But the reliability, see, that's what I'm saying. It's reliability, it's maintenance cost, those kind of things. So you say the 330 and the A310 were not fly-by-wire. I gotcha. The 300 and the 310 were not fly-by-wire. I thought it was. Hoba says the 7.5 is probably my favorite aircraft. Yeah. But it couldn't compete with the 321, which was way lighter and more efficient. That's the problem. And the thing is, when Bluebird releases the 7.5 Coastal Airways, we're buying 4 of them right off the bat. We already got them 4 purchased, ready to go. In terms of money, we've allocated all that money toward the purchase of 4 of them. Because that 757 is a pilot's airplane. Period. It is a pilot's airplane. There is no more aircraft in the sky today that can outperform a 757. The thrust-to-weight ratio is unheard of. There's only one aircraft, and it's retired, that could do it, and that was the Concorde. Okay, so nothing else could outperform a 757 in the sky today. In terms of performance, right? You want the giddy up, and that's what pilots want. We want the get up and go. We blow an engine, high altitude airport, not a problem. We're getting you out of here. That's a 7.5. You cannot beat it. I wish they just re-engined it. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't put a more efficient engine on that aircraft. Maybe, with the 300, put bigger fans on it, and they would have been good to go. Like, it still should have been in production. I think that really screwed them. In my eyes, I think it really just messed them up. Aviation geeks, if it ain't Boeing, I ain't going. I used to be that way. Man, but I don't know. I'm so like, what are you doing? Like, they really disappointed me. Boeing has disappointed me in the last 6, 7 years, 10 years maybe. I'm just like, really, guys? This is what you got? This is what you came up with? Come on. What are you doing? Like, it just blows my mind. Oh, we're going to shut down the 5-7 line. Why? To make more room for a 7-3 that doors are falling off? Come on, dude. And by the way, Airbus is not immune to that either. Okay, so any new aircraft is going to have gremlins in the airplane. It just is. Airbus has a gremlin in terms of their automation. If the pilots don't understand the computer, and that's any aircraft, but really Airbus was really bad at this because the pilot and machine interface. If the pilot didn't really understand what the machine was doing, in this case the computers, you're going to have a problem. Look at Air France 447. That was a 330, wasn't it? Sitting up there at altitude, at cruise altitude and something. I don't know what he did. Pilot error, but because he misjudged what the computer was doing. The computer was trying to do something. You have a man-machine interface scramble, and then you got a problem. And then everybody died on that flight because of not understanding what the computer was doing, or the computer malfunctioning and failing. Look at the MAX, the MCAS, same thing. Man-machine interface scramble. You have a scramble there. The pilots didn't understand what was going on. You had anomalies all over the place. The thing was in a stall, or said it was in a stall. And you've got to be really, really disciplined to know what it's doing, right? But again, man, I believe those were VFR days. Both of them. I think, I can't remember. I got to think about the MAX. I'm talking about 2 MAX crashes. I think those were both VFR days, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. So if we take off and it looks like we're in a stall, you have an anomaly here. You know, you look at the FO's instruments as well. You got a stick shaker going off on you. You're at 80, 90, 95% power, 5% pitch. Forget your normal indicator. You look at your standby instruments. And all I need to do is maintain 5 degrees nose up, 85% of power on a 737 in a clean configuration, and I'm not stalling. All right? Look at your ground speed. Those are the things that teach you stick and rudder skills, right? Like, and I want to get into that crash because that was a stupid. It was dumb on behalf of Boeing, the manufacturer. It's idiots for doing that and not telling their pilots that this thing is going to trim the opposite direction of. It's just dumb. That's what I'm saying, folks. It's like, it's not broke. Don't fix it. Why are you? Anyway, get off of that. But yeah, Aviation Week. They were just talking about that earlier. What do you think about the 6-7 or the 787? Yeah, Southwest of Boeing really letting me down. It's true, dude. I'm not. Don't even get me started with SWA. Don't even get me started with them. I don't even want to go there. That is not the same airline it used to be. Not even close. But whatever. Let's see here. Woo. Let's see. What do you? Let me get your comments. Southwest of Boeing. Okay, got that. What do you think about the 787? You know, really cool, right? So the 787. I know it's fly-by-wire. Get it. I got up close to that aircraft. I got to do some ground school with it. Saw that thing up close and personal. I love the technology. The tech is really cool. A lot of carbon fiber in it. The battery system was cool. It's just like no bleeds. I'm like, well, how do you have no bleeds? How does that even work? So I had to think like that. I had to like scratch my head. I'm like, wait a minute. All about efficiency. And just a Great airplane. Now, you know, the 787 I think is another. It's good. It's a good aircraft. It was a clean slate design, right? Right? They just took a clean slate. They had a clean slate and said, all right, let's build an airplane that's very efficient. While Airbus went huge with the A380, Boeing went, we're going to go slim, long, thin routes that is going to really squeak or sip fuel. Just a great, you know, a really good design. I like the airplane. I like the 787. I think it's cool. The tech is cool. So, but again, Boeing philosophy, right? You still fly in the airplane, right? You're still manipulating the controls. You're not, yes, you're computer programming, but not as heavy as the Airbus. So yeah, I like it. Sean said, Aviation Week said, hold on, did you hear about the 738 MAX? It slid. Yes, and I think that was believe it was in New Orleans, right? That it slid off. So I get that. It's cool. SimWorks. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know if it was raining or something like that. I don't think that was an aircraft malfunction. I think it was more of a pilot error maybe thing. But we'll see. Time will tell on that one. I got to read the report. Hoba says, I'm a 320 pilot, and what I really don't like about Boeing fly-by-wire systems, their displays, unlike Airbus. Yeah, I don't know much about Boeing's fly-by-wire, so I can't really speak to it. But yeah, I mean, you know, you're a 320 guy. Yeah, it's just, it really is. You know, Airbus guys love it, right? I know somebody that transitioned off of the 777, and he's flying an A350, and he hates it, because he's in the mentality where I am, right? He comes from my school, the old school. He's like, I hate it. I hate the airplane. I hate it. He just basically says, I'm just waiting for a shoe to drop on the thing. He's like, I got to reset it so many times, reboot the thing. And he's just like, he comes, you know, he came off a 777, right? So he's like, it's just, he actually can't wait to retire. That's how bad it is. He's like, it just cannot get on board with it. And you have guys like me that, like, that's my mentality, right? My mentality is like, man, it'd be hard. It's just a hard transition to do it. You do it, and it might be cool for some people, but you got to know your systems well, things like that. Anyway. All right. John says, hello from Lithuania. Wow. It's 6 hours. Saturday, 6 hours, 6 in the morning. Wow, that's pretty cool. Welcome aboard, buddy. Thank you. So, Hoba, what do you like? What's so cool about the A320? What do you like about it? Because that is, I mean, obviously you could fly a desk. I get that. I understand. A lot of pilots like that. I think I hear from a lot of A320 pilots, and correct me if I'm wrong, they like that their workload has dropped tremendously, right? In the 737, you're flipping switches like crazy trying to get your systems up and running or something like that. But the bus, it's just push, right? Push button stuff. And you guys got to help me. We're going to get ready for top of descent. We're going to do the Cameron 4. So let's get the weather. I got to get going on this and see what we got left. I go to the Prague page. We're looking at 299 to destination. I don't know what top of descent is. I've got screwed here many times. Like, it's just a couple of times I've flown this thing where I was like, ah! You know, it just caught me off guard. I didn't know how to get down there. All right, so if I go to flight plan, we have a crossing restriction at Hogs. So if I go to JFK, we're going to go to arrivals. And the Cameron 4. So we've got right here, I want to show you Hogs at 18,000. How do I put that in here if it's not? So if I go down is up, by the way. Weird. Okay. Makes no sense to me, but okay. All right, we've got top of descent right there. Let's see, Hogs. See, it says 250. I got it force this to 180. So do I do slant 18 like a Boeing aircraft? Let's try that. Let's see if it worked. Okay, I don't know what it did. Let's see. Yes. All right, it forced that down. It was good. And then Cameron at 11,250. So let's see if we got this. 250, 10,000. It's close. Now let's get the weather. Let's get the weather here. In JFK. So if I click this, we're going to go to my flight. Let's pull up the weather here. We'll just reset it. We've got 130 at 11 knots, 10 statute miles, broken at 1600, broken at 2300. All right, so I can't do the Canarsie visual, which sucks. I totally wanted to do that because that would have been really fun. So let me look at the airport really quick and pull up the... where is it? Airport. That's why. Got to get rid of this. There we go. JFK weather right now, folks. METAR reporting 130 at 11, 10 miles visibility. We've got that. Broken at 16, broken at 23, 6 over 2, as 3033. We are landing runway 13 right, 13 left. Sorry, 13 left, 22 left. So, I want to do 13 left. I think it would be cool. It's rare that I can do that. So let's program that in. We're going to go 13 left. 10,000 footer, I think there's plenty of room. Yeah, see, and that's what he just said. But you said is pretty much spot on when I've heard. The 320 is an amazing machine when you get to know it. Yep. The French really thought of everything, but you got to learn it and love it. Okay, cool. And I think a lot of that comes with knowing the computer systems, right? You got to know those systems and what it's doing and how it interfaces and reacts and all that stuff. And I think that's the biggest difference between, well, I kind of guess you could say any aircraft, but, you know, think about the autopilot. You know, if you know how an autopilot works on the 7.3, I don't really need to know computer systems, because I know how the autopilot works. So I think of the bus is a little different because the whole plane is the computer system. I think that, and you could say the same thing for a 787. I think it's just modern aircraft, right? Anyway, 13 right. Let's check it out. How are we? 13 left, rather. Let's pull up our chart, and let's plan on a 13 left approach. So what I want to do is come in here. We're doing ILS, just because it's the clouds are 1600. I don't know. I think I'm restricted in JFK going to the visual. I don't think I got enough for a visual on 13. It'll be the Parkway visual 13. What's the minimums on this? Yeah. Yeah, we need 2,500 ceilings and 3 miles. We got the miles, we just don't have the ceilings, so that's a bummer. But we'll do, if we're going to do the ILS, we could do the 2-2 left, take a crosswind, I don't know. 2-2 left might be better for us, I'm thinking, just because the way we're approaching, we're coming up. I'll show you here. If we're approaching there from coming in from this side, we can hit Cameron, just kind of go straight up here, and then they'll dump us in there. They probably wouldn't cross us over here. They probably just kind of go up, and then we'll take an 11-knot crosswind. Let's do that. Let's go 2-2. Is everybody good with that? Now I need to program this thing. Oh, crap. Tired. Sorry, folks. So approach 2-2 left. We got an ILS there. I'd rather do that. All right. Show me how to program this thing. How we do it. We go down to... Remember to update the RW. Okay. So let's do this. Do you do it in flight plan? So do I go all the way down to JFK again here? I'm going to reprogram this. Do I have to hit star? And then page, not page. Do I click this? Okay. Let's go 2-2 left, ILS. We're going to take the, what transition we want to do, folks. Let's do the Norton transition. Cameron 4. So I have to reprogram all this again. And if I hit return or hit insert, will it throw me off? Because technically we're not on the arrival until now. Until we hit Sawhill. Well, we're not on the arrival yet. So I think we are okay to hit insert, yeah? Okay, let's see what it says. It says Hertz, Sod, Collada, ZJ, Delay, Rads. And I could do this, I guess, if we wanted to go plan view here. And just kind of drive into this. We got Collada, Rads. All right, there's Sea Isle right there. From Sea Isle, yeah, I like that. That's a nice plan. One last thing, hope it says, the Airbus fly-by-wire normal law makes escape maneuvers really easy and way more effective compared to Boeing. Well, in my opinion, it makes it safer. Sure, you're right. I mean, the normal law thing, I know briefly about it, but not a lot, right? So I know you have normal law, alternate law. It prevents you from going into a stall, right? So it'll actually force the nose down a little bit on you. Is that correct? It'll maintain your angle of attack. And you're right. If you're in an escape maneuver, what? All you got to do is yank it, and it'll limit your pitch. And the Boeing, you're just riding the stick. I mean, you're riding the stick shaker all the way up until you're out of the wind shear. Again, which is cool. I'm with you. I like that. I like that protection. I know. I remember. Gosh, I remember. You remember the? There was a 320 just got built. Do you remember the air show? And I don't remember what. I think he had it in a different mode. He was like the pilot was in like landing mode, or the airplane was in landing mode or takeoff mode, and he went to go around, and he just went right to the trees. That was in the 80s. I mean, that was pretty much a brand new aircraft, right, when that happened? All right, do I have to do restrictions again here? Just give me a second. Ah, crap. Hold on. We got flight plan. What the heck was the restriction we had? Top of the center, hogs. That's what we needed. Hogs is 18,000. So I'm going to go slant 180 at hogs, and that should automatically calculate top of descent, yeah? And then we're going to do another one. Got Pansy, and then we got Cameron. Cameron's is 250 at 11. Let's see if that works. Cameron, 250 at 11. Did it take? No, why didn't that take? Let me just go. It's already set at 250. Maybe that's why. Okay, good. What's weird is I'm expecting to do like an execute. I'm like, where's the execute button? I don't know. Takeoff approach is set minimums. Okay, let's do that right now. So let's go takeoff approach page. You guys got to help me out with this. So flap config, I don't know what they recommend. Is it 1520? What do we got? Isn't it 40 on this thing? Whoa, that's a little too close. Yeah, we got 40, but normally it's 1520. I'm assuming because it's a detent here. Right? Is that normal for this aircraft? Let's go ahead and do some calculations here. Click performance. And I want to do... Wait a minute. Oh, there's no landing. That's right. There's no landing performance on this thing, I remember. Okay. Well, then what? So if we come down here, wind correction is blowing in 11, so let's take it, we can go 6. I'm going to throw that in there. So this is 138. What's this go around button? Okay, we got slat retract or slat 189. I'm guessing flap retractions 1. Landing config. What? We're going to go 30-40. So if I go 30, why is this starred? Is it that one I select? Nope. How do I, is it just a, like how do I program the jet to go 30-40, I wonder? Yeah, that was pilot error. It was way safe, but still pilots can crash it, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like any airplane, right? It doesn't matter if it's a Boeing or Airbus. You've got to know your aircraft well. You know, it just doesn't matter. It could be any aircraft. It could be old, you know, and have no computers in it. If you don't know the airplane well enough, you're not doing yourself any favors, right? In bold means it's selected. Okay, that's going to be... So help me out, because it's all bold to me. I mean, you're talking about blown up like this? Okay. If it's blown up like that, then 30-40 is selected. Okay, good. What do I need to do with this one? Do I set my MDA? Let's take a look at that. We're going to go 2-2 left. We're looking at a Cat 1 approach here, 200 feet. DH is 212. DA, decision altitude. The MDA is minimum decision altitude 212. So do I just plug that in here? Okay. And what the heck does this final approach tell me? Do I select it? Okay. Now what? What do we got to do now? Alright, so running 30-40 config. If you want to use 15-20, you press the star. I gotcha. Thank you. You're all, thank you, Hope. I appreciate it. The Smart Pirate, you're all set. Flaps 30-40. VREF is 138. Raj. Okay, we got a ref at 138 right there. Good. That's set. Now I'm going to set this, yeah? I'm going to set this up at 110.9er. Or does it do it automatically? 110.9er. Good. Course inbound 224. No, that selects your approach speeds from now. What do you mean? Okay. I guess. There's a little lag, I'm sure, so it's like, what? 224. You guys know when I fly in a 320, you're going to have to really help me out. I'm going to be so frustrated. All right, we've got Negative 28 degrees. Are we icing this thing up? Is there like an ice alert on this? Because I know some aircraft have icing. And the Boeing, you just got to look at the windshield wiper. Okay, final approach. Smart Pirate says, Sean says, final approach is when you reach the IAF. It'll automatically select itself. Okay, so don't touch anything. So get out of this, right? Are we good here? I don't need to do anything, right? We're good here. Is that what you're saying? So I'm good to leave this. I can go to my flight plan. Tell me. So I don't know what's... I got RADs in the top of descent. It's probably going to pop up here shortly. It will start reducing speed now if it's managed. Okay. So how do I know it's managed? Up here, right? It's blank. That's like this. That's on a Boeing aircraft with the speed window blank like that. I know the FMC's got it. It's probably the same thing. Maybe. Don't know. What else do I need to do, folks? Checklist, right? I have to set the altitude down though, so let's figure that out. We're doing Cameron at. Let's go, Cameron. Let's do a hard altitude. I know it says 18,000, but we'll go 11. So let's set a hard altitude 11,000 feet. We'll do that right now. There we go. We'll set that. So used to flying the MD-80, I would pull that thing out and arm it. Talk about old school. There it is. Auto brake. What do you think? Minimum? Mid? I'll throw mid auto brake on. We don't want to go max on this. It's 10,000 feet, right? Oh, one thing I wanted to check, folks, is the dang thrust reversers. Ugh. If I got SPAD out next. So, but I know the thrust reversers are kind of wonky, so there we go. I just want to make sure that it is supposed to be. Crud, I don't know which one it is. If I pull it, will it do it? No, it won't. 10. Okay. 11. Okay. All right, we're good. It should work. All right, here we go. Dashes are managed. Okay, good. Then pull and P descent will show on the PFD as armed in blue. Okay, good. So if I pull this, P descent is not armed in blue. Should I not have done that? Is that too early? Yeah, let me go altitude hold. Hang on. I don't think I should have descent. Yeah, right? Well, maybe I should have. Dang it. Does it show you on the display? Hold on. Profile back in. Let's see what we got going on. The altitude knob. All right, just did it. Let's see. The weird thing is, I didn't see a top of descent on the ND. Did you guys see that? Because I did. Shoot. But, I mean, technically it's where we're supposed to be. Because it says RADs after RADs, top of descent, and then we got... I'm guessing we're good. I don't know. More drag. So is this not maintaining? Should be an arrow on the PFD. Okay, it's not. I don't see any arrow. So what do you... Shoot. Do I stop the descent? Don't know. So if I P descent, She's coming down, man. So it says P descent. So I hit profile. I mean, it's right where I probably should be. Pull the speed brakes. Well, I don't think we're fast. Look at how fast we are. We're doing 250. We're not fast. Okay, the top of the descent, the flight plan is where the descent is. There should be an arrow in the ND. I see nothing. So if I go here and I click flight plan, clear this dumb thing. Yeah, we're past it. Okay. I'll pull the brake. Let's get down faster. So where's the profile? Does it tell me profile how high or low we are? Because I can't tell. See how close we are? Look at that. So it's not descending quicker. Well, maybe it was. Maybe I'll keep it about right there. Right? We'll just go halfway on the speed brake. Alright, we need more drag. See, this scares me. Look at this. See this? See, when I pull more brake, we're getting close to the caution. And this doesn't have any alpha floor, does it? This airplane is straight up. So it should be increasing my descent rate. It's at 2,000 right now. Oops. And we're hauling the mustard. Get down there. Shoot. See, this is what it did to me before. Like when I flew this once before, and I was like, holy crap, it was way above profile. All right, let's do a descent check here. Of course, I'm going to do that right now, so I don't have to worry about. Is there a descent check? Did they get rid of that? Sure did. All right, signs coming up. Briefings confirmed. ECAM status check. Altimeters will set. Minimums are set. Ignition, continuous light. Let's do that right now. Continuous relight. Seatbelts on. Then we'll turn our landing lights about 18,000. On the prog page, how high or low? See, it would on a Boeing. It's nice because I could tell right by looking at it if I'm high or low. Straight up. That's weird. I have to go down here and go. Well, how do you know? Right there, 2,800 feet above. Is that what that is? VDEV. I'm thinking. Deviation, vertical deviation, 2,800 feet above profile. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think you got it right. It says retard. So does it not take the throttles? I'm on auto throttle, aren't I? So weird. Those throttles should be set to nothing. We're about 2,800 over the profile now. I mean, I could yank more, I guess. More speed brake. That's full. I am right on that. Full brake. Let's see what, 2,100 feet a minute. It's VDEV, okay. I got you. We're 2,800 feet a minute above. I mean, 2,800 feet. 2,600. We're losing it. I didn't even see the top of descent on the ND. I swear I had to arm it. I was like, don't I have to arm this thing? JFK or New York approach would be screaming at me right now. And we're going awfully slow. Like, why are we going so slow? This is weird to me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, that's what I mean. So if I take this off, could I open up the speed window or what? Good, I want to increase my airspeed. So if it's anything like a 7.3, I'm going to try to grab some airspeed and it's going to descend me quicker. Let's go 280. Let's see what that brings us. There we are. Brakes in. And we're going to make 18,000. I tell you right now. And then I'll close it back up. So that's good to know. It works like it should. I think we'll make 18,000 for sure. We are 1,900 feet. That's a good trick on the 7.3. You just jack it all the way up, and it just dives the airplane down. The reshill's still, yeah, there we go. There's your 18,000. Now I'm going to start slowing it down to 250. And then we'll go ahead and engage auto throttle. We're on profile now, right? So it should take it now. 2983, 330, 30, 30, 30 set. Okay. Here it comes. Lights. By the way, I appreciate everybody's help. I don't know what I'm doing, so it's awesome that you're helping me. Appreciate that. At least with this airplane. No idea. Don't know what's going on. I don't like that speed. I want to hold at least 250, so. Alright, let me get it up. There's an altitude banana on the ND. Okay, good. So if I go ahead and increase. Yeah, Carmen at 11, we're pretty much right on it now, okay? That's good. Now monitor VDEV. Looks pretty good. VDEV is good. We're 410 feet above. Going down. So that's excellent. When you activate the approach, the speed goes down to the green dot speed. How did I activate the approach? I don't even know if I, like, when did I do that? Because I hit approach? I don't understand. I don't even understand. Like, did I activate an approach inadvertently or something? When you extend the slats, it goes to the S speed. Okay. You guys, this is a lot of fun. After the flaps extends, it goes to the F speed of flap 30. It goes to VREF. Nice. Yes, because you hit approach. That's Airbus. See what I mean? You see that? I'm like, wait a minute. I hit a page and hit approach, and next thing I know, I'm in a different mode. That's jacked up, man. It's like anything. You gotta know what you gotta study. You know. But it's weird. Like every airplane I've flown, it's just like, oh, approach on the MCP, right? MD-80, 7.3, approach, done. There is no computers, and that's what I mean. Like it's just. How many times have you heard an Airbus pilot say, What's it doing now? Does anybody know? Like, Hoba, how many times have you said that? What's it doing now? I just for giggles, I'd like to know. Probably none, because you know what you're doing. But I bet you new pilots say that a lot. Because I'm like, we are down to like stall here. All right, let's look at our VDAV. We're at 7. Now we're 770 low. Really? Do I have to hit profile again? I'm sure I do. So let's take the speed. Look at the speed. It drops me all the way down. Nope. 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 I'm going to go level change here. Keep descending me. So I'm... Is there a way to get back on the right profile? Because I'm not on the right profile. Paul, what's going on, man? What do you think of the trade deadline? Happy Jury didn't panic and kept Calco and our first. Yep. It's crazy what Vegas has done with. Yeah, Vegas is nuts. If you can hand fly a 737, if you can fly a Boeing approach, you can do the same in a bus. Yeah, of course. That's right. Keep the speed selected until you're ready to slow down. Got it. Okay. I won't be ready to slow down for quite a while. How's this thing on energy management? Is it pretty good? Or not so good? Okay, at Norton, we're basically going to hit the approach. So we did this, right? We got that done. We'll arm the spoilers. Anti-skids are checked. Ignition we've got. Landing elevation set. We've done that. All right, let me drop you over here and pick you up on the approach. We're going 2-2 left. So we're going to this Norton and then over here. That's kind of what we're doing. Okay, there's 10,000. We're doing 250, 10,000, that's fine. When we get to Norton, now do I have to manage the altitude? Because we're not on profile anymore? Do we know? There's 10,000, by the way. 250 on the speed. All right, we're at 11th now. We're way below. It's all right. I want to hold 9. We'll hold at 9. We'll keep it at 9. We're a little bit below what we need to be, but that's all right. We'll level off at 9,000, and then we'll take it over to Norton. It's initial approach fix, and then we'll go to Saljul. I'm thinking it's doing something. It should be leveling. I'm expecting a 9,000 level off. 250 on the speed. Okay, so essentially I'm controlling altitude, it's controlling nav, and I'm controlling speed. So we are not on the computer anymore, at least with that. So I would say we're not on profile, right? Obviously it's 10,000 here. Rossley at 3,000. It looks good. The weather looks, I mean, it looks pretty darn good. It's some broken clouds up there, but I think we're going to be all right. So I'm going to keep it at 250 until we get to, I don't know. We'll start slowing it up. I just don't know the energy management on this aircraft, so. Yeah, Sean, by the way, or Paul, sorry. The trade deadline, I think the Rangers did good. I'm glad they did they didn't go nuts, which was nice to see. And they didn't, like you said, they didn't panic. Chris got some really good defensive-minded players, right? So he got a centerman that could play both sides of the line, which I love. In Winegard, that was really cool. Weingard, whatever, how you ever pronounce his name. I was really neat. You know, I was like, okay, this guy's a defenseman. He's he's a center, but he's a defensive-minded player, which is great. That's going to be his role to fill Wheeler's position. So I like that third-line center. It's going to be awesome. He's going to help in the back end, which I like a lot because the Rangers lacked defense. And then they got a few players. They got somebody from Pittsburgh who's another defensive-minded player. Keep the speed. I got that. Sean says, where you see the flap slats, it should have the speeds needed to move the flap. You better practice your go-around procedure just in case. Yeah, let me talk about that. All right, if we need to go around, it's going to be a climb to 500, left turn to 3,000, and I will make sure the dang throttles are all the way up, and I'll be watching that. So, all right, we're at Norton. We got 14 miles, and then we'll hold at Chant, right over the ocean here. Our fuel right now is plenty of gas. We have plenty of fuel. Remember, we had an alternate. We had to get an alternate here, so kind of a bummer. Yeah, that's who it is. That was what it was. Rule Weld from Pittsburgh. We had somebody else, too. There was somebody else we got. I'm so glad they didn't trade Rempe. Man, that guy's a unit. I love that kid. That kid is awesome. He's 7 foot on skates, and he's a bruiser. I mean, he's just beating the crap out of almost every game he's played. He's had a fight in, and we love him. Like, listen, like when he goes to the Garden. Oh man, every time he touches that puck, the Garden faithful start screaming. It's good stuff. All right, I'm going to stay at this altitude. We're going to eventually get down to 7,000 over. So do I set, I don't set altitude yet. Do I start slowing? And I need to know what's our speeds. So can I flip this over? Yeah, I know. Gunsel, we shouldn't have. It was stupid. Rangers do that a lot, though. They get rid of good players. Progress page. Do we go to a takeoff and approach? So you're telling me I just armed it right now? That's crazy. So don't go there. That's what you're telling me. I shouldn't have done that, maybe. All right, we're going to start slowing down. What's my... oh, okay, is this our maneuvering speed? I hope. Let's go to about 220 here. We'll start slowing it down just a little bit. All right. Once we hit Norton, we're going to descend down to 7,000. Then so we're going to have to manage this ourselves. Is that what we're going to do now? We're managing vertical profile. We're 220. I think we're still a little slow. But I'm trying to figure out the management on this aircraft, like the... Ooh, I don't like that. What's the... What's my maneuvering speed? 205 right now? Is that my maneuvering speed? 205? No way. There's no way we're this heavy. It's 205. There's no way. What's VFTO? I got slat. Pilot is in control. You have, as if I have always wanted. Yeah, but it'd be nice to see if this thing could do a good VNAV approach, right? I know we're not on it, but still. All right, folks, 7,000 feet. You're right, I did want that. So let's go 7,000. I'm going to go ahead and click level change. Let's do level change down to 220. Use the flaps at scale where you see the flaps are extended. Flap slat scale. Oh, right here. So what do you mean use it? What are you talking about, Willis? This right here? What do you mean by use it? How do you use it? You just throw it down, right? That's minimum clean speed. Okay, it's good. We're where I want to be then. Okay, we're heading down through. We've got bring it up here. We've got det T or det G. It's 6,000. So I'm gonna go make sure that that's set. Let's go one more altitude. We're gonna go down to 6,000 feet. $6,000 set. The green dot is the maneuvering speed in clean. Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, so it is 205, which blows my mind that this big of an aircraft, 205 clean. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy slow, is what I'm saying. That's impressive. Normally, you know, in a 737, I'm carrying 210 right now. At least. If not more. So we're a little more we're faster in the maneuvering speed. That's crazy. That's just because of the wing, right? And the approach speed, look at that. 137. That's a 737 approach speed. That's crazy. Once again, very impressive, right? This airplane could it do 5,000 feet? 6,000, 7,000 feet? I don't know. All right, there's altitude hold. 6,000, 220 on the speed. I like it. I'm just going to keep the speed in. There's the clouds. And we're looking at, let's see, we got 6 miles, 12 miles. So it hopped. You can see that hopped. We're going to be at 6,000. So I'll keep it at 6,000. I'm not going to throw any flap in there yet. I'm just going to cruise at 220 for a bit. There's the airport. Probably could fly that visual. By the way, this is brand new scenery, I hope. I haven't checked it out, so I don't know what to expect when we land. I hope it works. Yep, read the speeds. Got it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, I see it now. I couldn't even see it before. So we have VFE at 250. Then we can go slat 15 at 215. Slat 15 at 215. I gotcha. Ish. Then flap 20 at 205. That's pretty cool. I like that there. It's good to go. So we will have to dump. No, we're good. Well, yeah, we'll have to slow down just a little bit. Maybe to 205, then we can get our slats out. All right, anything we need to do? 110.9, that is set. 224 inbound, that is set. So it's going to be visual, but once we pop out of these clouds, it should be good. Plus 10 degrees. We don't need any. Well, technically we do. We do need engine anti-ice. 10 degrees more in invisible moisture. It should be on. So we'll turn it on. Man, I'm dragging this in, guys. I really should be smoking here. I should be going a little quicker than this. Look at this thing. It's like slow flight. technically JFK would probably have us at a slow speed anyway. Depends how many heavies they had, right? ILS switch to CGS scale. What are you talking about? This right here? Ah, thank you. Cool. I'm not going to throw anything down until we get to hopped, and then I can throw some flap in there. We'll start slowing the aircraft down. We'll go minimum clean, just above minimum clean here. Ooh, that's too much. I want to give it a little bit of a buffer, just for the turbulence. There's 7,000. Speed's coming up. Now we can throw flaps in, but I'm not doing that. We're at 6,000 feet, so I don't want to drag it in like that. Oh, okay. Sean's like, wait a minute, what'd you do? I don't know. Does this thing have a HUD? Anybody? No HUD. Okay. It's all good. Probably Cat 3 certified for sure. All right, folks. Once we get to hop, we're going to descend down to 6,000. I mean to 4,000. Terrain coming on. Don't I got to turn my weather off? There we go. All right, there's 6,000. I'm going to go down to 4. Here comes 4. Level change. Flaps. Speed. All right, now it's down to S. So am I bringing it down to the S, just right above it? All right, that's flap 15 or slat 15. It's kind of where I wanted it. Yeah, it's all set to 2.2, by the way. So what do I need to do here? Anything? Just leave it alone. Could I get rid of the speed window? I don't know what it's doing. How do I close that? I don't know. All right, what do I need to do to get it? Just keep it on this? Do 188? Manage the speed now, I got you. Me. Personally manage the speed, not the computer. Okay. I gotcha. So I'm just going to fly the S speed. Okay, we got one more to hit. 3,000. Here we go. 3,000 set. Keep on trucking. We'll get another notch of flaps here in just a minute. Well, the slats are down 15. The flaps are up still. Cool. You want me to push it? It says preset. Should it say preset on it? I guess. No, I mean make the plane fly the pushing the speed knob. Okay. How do you do that? You got to hit profile? Alright, there's profile. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's go. What's the profile? Is it flap? One more notch of flap, then gear? Alright, here we go. Let's see what happens. Gear coming down. Yeah, I got profile hooked up. Do I have to hit approach? No approach, huh? Just let it go. Okay, flaps are 30. Speed's coming down. I'm good to go. I can throw another notch of flap in there. Which I'm going to do right now. I got a visual. More drag. What in the world? Flap 40. Let's see what it does. So is it going to hold? I got P to set nav. What is that? Okay, we got one and the gear. Got it. Alright, its throttle's coming up. Good. I'm looking at a stall here if it doesn't do anything. Oh, baby. Good. Cool. I like that. Some thrust. Okay, speed brake is armed. Gear is down. 3 is green. Flaps and slats are 30, 40. Lights are on. Takeoff is... Now, is it going to hold it? Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. What do I got to do? That's what you got to do. I'm not going to mess around with the autopilot too much. Okay, I need to get some more speed. What land button? Where's the land? Oh, it's right there. I will not dare to take it over now. Flight director off. We're visual, guys, so I've got it. I'm like, what do you mean? What land? Oh, it's right in front of me. 4 high. Fly all day here. Sync is 1200. Going a little quick on the sync. It's good. A little bit of crosswind. Should be coming in from the other side. It's a tailwind now. Ooh, I got it. Correcting. Correcting. Man, the wind is brutal. Pushing the airplane. It's a tailwind. It's a
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Get on the dang. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I've got full rudder. Full rudder. We're in the trees, dude. Ouch. Stop. I've got full rudder. This airplane's not doing anything. Well, there's a nice little accident. Thrust reversers didn't go. Yeah, they did. Alright, they did go. I don't know, I lost that on that landing. That's hilarious. Let's get out of here. I mean, I have full rudder, guys. I have full right rudder. I don't know what happened there. And hand fly's great. See, I don't look. See what's going on? My feet are off the rudders. Why is it doing that? Why is it? I bet you the nose wheel. Yeah, look at the nose wheel. See how the nose wheel's turned? My tiller was off, guys. My tiller wasn't right. I gotta calibrate the tiller. That'll make you go off the runway. Let's try that right there. I want to recalibrate it here. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that's good. It wasn't centered, so when it landed, the tiller was pointed that way, and I'm slamming right rudder like, why is it not doing it? Well, that was a fun little off-road adventure, wasn't it? Okay, let's clean it up. Well, let's check out the new JFK. What do you say? Welcome aboard. And obviously I took over because of the, let's see if it works. I took over because of the, wait, I can't go down that way. I think it hand flies pretty good. I mean, you just asked, how does it hand fly? Really nice. Like I said, the feel is good. It feels heavy, like you would expect from a heavy wide body. So it's nice. Except after the landing. Hey, that's not my fault. That's the rudder. That was my my tiller. Not actually correct. I mean, there's nothing I can do. I'm slamming full right rudder. Still going left. All right, let's get this thing cleaned up. We got a long taxi up to the cargo area. All right, cleaned up. This is coming off. So, I think it's a pretty cool airplane. I really like it. Turn the continuous relight off. Those are coming off. It's neat. I like it. I think they did a really good job. It feels great. It's huge, big. Yeah, exactly. That's how your package gets to your door. Just crash it. Say delivery. Here you go. Hilarious. Okay, we're going to take Zulu all the way up. Sorry, this is like a Southwest taxi. V1. Rotate. We're doing 40. Pretty cool. 40 knots. So let's take a look at this scenery. This scenery is from Any Builds, which so far the performance is, oh, here we go. The performance is pretty good. I should slow this down. Huh? I don't think this airplane can make a turn at 34 knots ground speed. I'm gonna go up Bravo here. Wow, it looks cool. Scenery looks great. And by the way, this is on sale right now for 20 bucks or something US. All right, next one, I'm gonna come up. We gotta make a right. They're building. Look at that. That's cool. I gotta shut those lights off. The performance here is awesome. It's actually really surprising how good it is. You know, with this airplane and the scenery, they did a really good job. Turn off's coming off. They're off. Well, shouldn't they be retracted? Typical Airbus pilot blame the airplane. Yeah, I should do that. That was the airplane's fault. It was the airplane's fault. That was my peripherals. It wasn't the airplane. Ah, crap. Well, we're good. I really like the wing flex that they did on the ground. It looks awesome. Really cool. Where's the JFK build? I mean, where's FedEx? Should be up here. It's like, looks like a whole bunch of construction going on. All right, APU coming on. Let's slide in here. All right, folks, so the old, well, first of all, I want to thank you for helping me out on this one. It was a really fun airplane to fly. I do enjoy it. We're going to go straight in here. Go gate number 4. How's that? The APU should be lit here. Just let's take a look. It's available. These could have done a little bit better, huh? Wow, barely stopped. Brake set. All right, let's go on the overhead here. APU's running, seatbelts on, no smoking. Good. Let's go ahead and shut down number 2. Okay, it's available, so that means it's going to do it automatically, right? All right, let's shut down this one. Let's hear the shutdown sequence. Nice. Good work. Might we see another flight in the 300 from you in the future? Yes, probably. You may. But I'm going to need help, man. I mean, this is like different. It's a different animal than what I'm used to. But cool. Let's go ahead and get ground power hooked up. So we go ground equipment, throw the chocks on it. We'll throw the left stairs on it. We'll open the door. Disarm all doors. Main cargo coming open. Toggle the ground power. Let's see if we can't get this thing on ground power. Where's the ground power? There it is. So we got available. If I hit that, it's on now. And now I can shut off that. So bleeds. Let's see. How do you shut this thing off? We're going to go throw these off. Those are off. Beacons off. Strobe should have been off. Wings off. Alright, now I'm going to throw pitch trim off. Oops. All of that comes off. Those are off. I wonder if that did it automatically. Did that trip? Because that's weird. Fuel pumps off. Well, there's a lot of pumps, man. Cool. Disarm the doors. All right, let's get out. Where's the dang door thing? Gonna unlock the door here. Where is it? I want to unlock my door. I thought it was up here. Maybe it's not up here. Not on the pedestal either, is it? Alright, let's get up. Let's get out of here. Let's see if we could get out of the flight deck. Oh yeah, cool. We're going to go ahead and unload the cargo. Let's see if we go to wing balance. And then we click... Is there like an unload option? Yeah. Unload the cargo. Payloads removed. Well, I'm sure we damaged something. We had to have. Yeah, I appreciate you folks. Yeah, I'm just going to stand out here and get away from that noise. Let's go to the flight deck. So, a couple of really cool things that I enjoyed about it was... Man, I can't hear a thing. That's better. I like how it flies, right? It flies like a heavy should. It feels really heavy on the controls. Sure, with a little bit of adjustment on the flight controls, it'll feel better. But I really think it's dialed in the way I have it now. Really cool. So I feel like it should fly like the way it should. In terms of like flight management stuff, you know, that's just going to have to come with practice, and it's not exactly as an Airbus is. I know that it's a early version of the Airbus. Still, but I hope you enjoyed it. I really appreciate everybody watching this and supporting me through these years. And this is 1,000 subs, and I ask you folks, what do you want to see? You're like, oh, I want you to fly the Airbus. So maybe we hit 1,500, we hit 2,000, we'll fly a 320. You teach me how to fly that thing. Good stuff. I appreciate that. Sorry about the landing. The landing is jacked. I don't know, my sometimes that happens with a stupid nose wheel tiller, but Hopa says thank you. Thanks, Cap. Enjoyed the stream. Well, I appreciate your help. Appreciate everybody's help, really. Since the APU starts, slowly got it. All right. Sean says, nice stream. So next week, let me just show you what we're at. We folks, I was talking to my dad. I was talking to Dad today, and he said, I've got one more west swing, and I think for the charter run, and I think we'll do that in a 737, probably an 800. We got to go to Phoenix, Colorado, and it's going to be done in an 800, maybe, for a charter. We got a couple more flights, and then we're done. We're hitting the playoffs. So literally, I think we'll fly the MD-80 down to Raleigh-Durham next week. And I think we go from Raleigh to Tampa, and then we fly back. And then we do a west run where we go Phoenix, Colorado, Pittsburgh, and then we're done. And that's it. I think we're finished. We're finished until the playoffs, and whoever we play in the playoffs. If it's like if it's a close team, we won't have to go anywhere, which is awesome. But we'll see. Anyway, I appreciate you folks. Take a look at my channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thank you again. Have a great week, and we will see you next time. And what? Well, I guess until next time, keep the blue side up and stay on the runway. Ciao.